She said just request the phone instead of if you.
Good afternoon. If you are attending our session today, please keep your camera off until the judge address your case and keep yourself muted. Please make sure that you are not driving or you're somewhere where there's distraction at or noise. And there is no drinking or smoking, and make sure you're not lying in the bed or anything like that or driving. So please turn your camera off until your case is addressed. And make sure that you change your name on your phone. If you has iPhone, Samsung, or whatever, make sure it address your name so we know who you are in court. Okay? Thank you. And if you do not know how to change your name, you can address the host and she will change it for you. I don't know who have the initial J. If you can please update your name to J. I don't know who J is. If you have a full name, can you please put your first name in at least? And the reset date is for the case. The judge will explain what the reset dates once she gets on.
Miss Lewis, did you get a conflict attorney?
Not at this time. We're still holding.
Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for your patience. Are you all able to hear and see me well? If so, if one party would just give me a thumbs up. This is the state expedited accusations calendar in the state court of Fulton County, Georgia. I'm Judge Melanie Williams, and at this calendar today, we will address matters for those individuals who have been recently arrested, but the cases have already been formally accused and bound over to state court. All defendants, you have an absolute right to remain silent. Anything you say regarding the facts of your case can and will be used against you. You also have the right to an attorney today. And as you can see, I am conducting this hearing by video. I'm not there in person with you. That means any member of the public can watch this proceeding. It's being broadcast over the internet as a live stream. When I ask if you understand your rights, this is what I am referring to. Ms. Lewis, what is my reset date?
Your reset date is gonna be Thursday, April the 2nd.
Those who receive a signature bond will be reset for the notice. Those who receive a surety or a cash bond will be going to our state all-purpose calendar on April the 2nd, whereby aspects of the case, including the bond contact, can be revisited. All right, who do we have first?
29, Mr. Peterson. 177.
Okay, Mr. Peterson, your case is 26 CR 001818J. You're charged with 2 counts battery family violence and 2 counts simple battery family violence. Do you understand your rights?
Yes. Hey, this is
All right. Ms. Hardy?
The last arrest was August the 27th, 2025, out of APD for possession of marijuana less than an ounce. There's 7 total arrest cycles. There was a 2023 misdemeanor conviction for DUI. There appears to be a hold for identity fraud out of Blue Ridge, Georgia, and the date of that warrant is December 12th, 2025. Nothing further.
All right, thank you. Ms. Evans Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. This incident took place on January the 22nd of 2026 at 369 Centennial Olympic Park Drive Northwest. It appeared that there was a dispute between the parties, which is the reason law enforcement was called. The officer met with the victim. Her name is Jaslyn, Jaz apostrophe Lyn Williams, who explained that Mr. Peterson is her ex-boyfriend, had been in the apartment earlier, and once she returned from the club around 3:30 in the morning, and she had been on the phone with him in a conversation. There was some banging on the front door, and she was trying to use her key and close the door behind her, and it was pushed open by another female, and the female's name is Lamar. Former friends of the victim apparently were with Mr. Peterson. As a result of this interaction, she was injured. She indicated that he was attempting to pack his items to leave. She contends that this mostly had to do with the other female that was involved in the situation. With Mr. Peterson's history, the bond recommendation is for $5,000 surety. That would be $1,500 on each battery family violence and $1,000 on each simple battery family violence. We would ask that there be no further contact with Jaslyn Williams, no further contact with Kenya, Kinaya Christian, no further contact with Ms. Lamar. Stay away from the apartment complex at 369 Centennial Olympic Park Drive Northwest. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons while on bond. Thank you.
Okay, I'm sounding first for Ms. Williams. If you'd like to make a statement, please turn on your camera, unmute, raise your right hand, and wait for further instructions. Statements are not required, however, but if you wish to do so, this is your one and only opportunity. Sounding for Ms. Williams. Now I'm sounding for Ms. Christian. Is Ms. Christian present, wishes to make a statement? Now I'm sounding for Ms. Lamar. I've sounded for Ms. Williams, Ms. Christian, Ms. Lamar. Hearing none. Ms. Williams, I instructed you very quickly. Your time, okay, very quickly. Please unmute.
Yeah,
Do
my
you
camera.
swear? No. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yeah.
All right. What I'm most concerned is any concerns you have for your safety and whether you wish to have contact with the defendant. In light of those instructions, what would you like to tell me?
Yes, I'm okay with having contact with Kentavious, not the other two. He didn't assault me, and he also didn't let them up. They came up alone.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you coming to court to make that statement. Is that Miss Kim?
Honor.
All right, Miss Kim, please proceed.
Yes, Mr. Peterson is 26 years old and he is residing with his mother. Your Honor, they do live together sometimes. However, they do not have any children together. He just has to go there one time to retrieve his belongings, but he prefers to have a no for the violent contact. He believes that Miss Williams actually called the police against two other females, not him, but automatically police officers took him as he just assumed that he was an aggressor. However, my client was not involved in any kind of physical dispute. Um, he is he graduated from high school 2017. After that, he has been working as a forklift operator, and we would like to request for a signature on bond for this case and no further violent contact. He has a hold at Fanning County, so he is going to be in jail anyway. So we'll ask for SOB in condition to going to be released to Fanning County Jail.
All right. The defendant's going to receive a $2,000 surety bond. For now, he's to have no contact with any of the alleged victims in this case. He can return one time to that address with a member of law enforcement to get any items. He's to have no alcohol, drugs, weapons, and his case is going to state all purpose on the second, whereby aspects of the case, including contact and the bond, can be revisited. Is there anything additional?
What's the breakdown, Judge?
500 each count. All right. Best of luck to you, Mr. Peterson. That concludes the case for today. Who do we have next?
Student number 16, Mr. Hayes.
Mr. Hayes, your case is 26 CR 001831. 32L. You're charged with driving while your license was suspended. You understand, right?
Wow.
All right, Miss Hardy.
Mr. Judge,
Mhm.
I've submitted a no pros and asked the court to sign.
Okay, I was hoping that would be something about what we were doing. All right, this case has been dismissed, Mr. Hayes. So once I sign that order, this case is no longer holding you in the Fulton County Jail. All right.
And Mr. Hayes, I sent that warrant over to your private attorney, Christopher.
All right. Take care, Mr. Hayes. This matter is concluded. Who do we have next?
Number 1, Mr. Baggett.
Mr. Baggett, your case is 26 CR 001810A. You're charged with theft of service. Do you understand your rights? All right. Ms. Hardy.
The last arrest was February 26, 2026, out of St. Clair County, Alabama, for public intoxication. There are 89 cycles out of Alabama, 25 out of Florida, and 2 out of Georgia. There's a misdemeanor conviction in 2013, theft of services, 2017, theft of services, 2018, defrauding an innkeeper. There appears to be a hold out of Stuart, Florida for an FTA. The date of that warrant is June the 26th, 2020. And then out of Vero Beach, Florida for an FTA, and the date of that one is December 3rd, 2018. Nothing further.
Thank you so much.
Miss Hardy, you said Vera Beach. Is that in Florida? Oh, she went on.
Yes, it is.
All right, thank you, Ms. Tucker.
Yes, Judge, we're asking for a $5,000 good bond and a stay away from the Vic at Healy, which is at 57 Forsyth Street in Atlanta. That's just based on this history. You heard 25 out of Florida, 2 out of Georgia. I didn't even review his history out of Alabama, but pretty much every single one of these cycles: 2017, defrauding an innkeeper, guilty; 2017, theft of services, groceries, guilty; 2017, defrauding an innkeeper, guilty; 2017, defraud an innkeeper, guilty; 2018, defrauding food or lodging, guilty. I mean, I assume defrauding lodging is very, very similar to theft of services.
What did he take in this instance, Ms. Tucker?
In this instance, he racked up a bar tab of $85.20 that totaled 10 beverages, and then he refused to pay, said he didn't have any cards or any cash on him, and he just left, or they arrested him. So
Okay.
just based on this history, we're asking for $5,000 good and to stay away from this location.
Thank you, Mr. Esquire, or Mr. Merrill. I'm sorry, what is your name, sir?
Rashid Morel, yes.
All right, Mr. Morrell, please proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. My client, Mr. Jonathan Baggett, he is 42 years old, Your Honor. He does have one child. A child is of 3 years of age, Your Honor. He is a high school graduate, and prior to him being arrested, he was working as a grill cook, Your Honor. Now, I understand that the state is concerned with his cycles, and although there is the FTAs that we've heard from Stewart, Florida, and Vera Beach, Florida, Your Honor, I do believe that we're asking for a bond to be set no higher than a 1,000. This is a theft of services charge, Your Honor. Even with a lengthy cycle, what we haven't heard is a plethora of a number of FTAs and even violations of probations, which shows that if Mr. Baggett was able to be out on bond, he would come back to court. I mean, we do have one or two FTAs, Your Honor, but that doesn't show that he has a significant risk of not abiding by the court's order. Just because one has one or two, that wouldn't show a significant risk. Now, I do understand that the state is concerned, and the court may also be concerned with the history of Mr. Baggett, but we believe that a $1,000 would cure that concern, and then make sure that he is abiding, coming back for court. That would be sorry, an argument from the defense.
All right, defendant is going to receive $1,000 surety bond. He's to stay away from that location and have no alcohol, drugs, weapons. He's going to all purpose on the 2nd. Is there anything additional from the state or the defense?
No,
Nothing
Your Honor.
further.
Thank you.
All right, best of luck to you, sir. Who do we have next?
Number 4, Mr. Barron.
Mr. Barron, your case is 26 CR 001815G. You're charged with battery, family violence. You understand your rights?
Yes.
Ms. Hardy?
The last arrest was December 28th, 2025, out of Clayton County for possession of marijuana with intent. There's 4 total cycles arrests out of Georgia and Alabama. Nothing further to report.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge, we're asking for a $2,500 good bond with no further violent contact with Diania Maudlin. The facts of this case allege the victim dropped their child off to the defendant. When she came back to get her, the defendant would not let her in. She did get the code to the apartment from the defendant's mom and entered. Once she got in there, he dragged her onto the front porch. She got in her car and he began to choke her and punch her through the window, leaving injuries to her lip, hands, and cuts to her leg. We did speak with Miss Maudlin in this case. She said this was the first time this has ever happened. She did confirm the facts in the warrant, and said they do not live together, so she's okay with no further violent contact. And this happened at his location, so a stay away is not needed. But based on the violence alleged, we are asking for that $2,500 good bond and no further violent contact.
Okay. Um, I'm sorry, Miss Hardy, I'm sorry, the last arrest was what date again, Miss Hardy?
The last arrest was December 28th, 2025.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, Mr. Morrell.
Yes, Mr. Barron is 31 years old, Your Honor. He is also a lifelong resident, Your Honor, which goes that he doesn't pose a significant risk of fleeing from our jurisdiction. According to that, also bond factor, he also does not have any FTAs. As indicated by the state, he does live at the incident location. That's his mother address. Well, him and his mother's address, Your Honor. He does have three children, an 11-month-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 7-year-old, and he does keep the children on the weekend. So we would ask for, as the state, we would join in with the state to ask for no further contact. He has, as far as education, he does have his college degree and a Bachelor of Science, Your Honor. He doesn't present with any mental health or substance abuse, Your Honor. Um, my client denies punching her and indicated that he was defending himself and that he did indicate that she did not have the permission to enter to his mother's house. That is my client's defense, Your Honor. And so we would be asking. I understand there's a family violence, so it can't have a signature bond, but we would ask for a bond to be as low as $500 on this case, Your Honor.
And I'm sorry, I need to sound for the alleged victim. Miss Tucker, what was her name again?
Deanna Maudlin.
Miss Motlin, if you're present, please unmute and raise your right hand if you wish to make a statement. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give? You need to lower the camera so we can actually see you. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, you can put your hand down. What I'm most concerned with, any concerns you have for your safety, and if you wish to have contact with the defendant in light of those instructions, what would you like to tell me?
Judge, she's driving.
Yeah, I'm driving.
All right, no, you cannot. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We cannot hear from you while you're driving. You have about 5 seconds to pull over.
Oh, 1 second. Hold on.
Because it's just like you're in actual court, okay? Anyone else, if you are driving your vehicle, we will be removing you from the Zoom. This is still court, despite the fact that it is virtual.
I'm not driving. I'll put over.
All right, what would you like to tell me?
I'm okay as far as my safety. Far as me having any contact with her right now, I just choose not to. I don't want to.
All right. All right, defendant is going to receive $1,000 surety bond. He's to have no further violent contact with the alleged victim in this case. He's to have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons, and his case is going back to state all purpose on the 2nd of April. Is there anything additional?
No.
No, Your Honor, I'm sorry, my computer was doing something crazy. It said you said 1,000, no drugs, no alcohol, no weapons, and what else?
And no further violent contact.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Best of luck to all parties concerned. Who do we have next?
I ask question? Number 6, Mr. Braggs.
Mr. Braggs, your case is 26 CR 001827A. You're charged with criminal trespass. Do you understand your rights? All right, Miss Hardy.
The last arrest was December 5th, 2025 out of Brookhaven for theft of services. There are five cycles out of Tennessee, 27 out of Georgia. There's a 2019 misdemeanor conviction for criminal trespass. Also theft by taking, disorderly conduct. 2022 failure to leave campus when directed, and criminal trespass. There's an FTA from 2019. Nothing further.
All right, thank you. Miss Evans Battle.
Yes, Your Honor. This incident happened March the 19th of 2026 at Ray's Pizza located at 26 5th Street Northwest. It appears that he was on the property. He had actually been given notice not to be there, but the management allowed him to eat and be there. When they asked him to pay, he would not pay for the food. And rather than have him arrested for theft of services, they just told him to leave, and then he refused to leave, so the police had to be called. Our bond recommendation is for $1,000 surety bond. I understand he has significant amount of criminal trespass history. I'd ask that he stay away from Ray's Pizza at the 26 Fifth Street address. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons while on bond. They'd meet with a social worker in reference to if he has any resources that are needed.
All right. Mr. Morel, does your client have a stable address?
So he kind of bounces around from different family members, etc. So
Okay.
answer no.
Okay. All right, please proceed.
Yes, Mr. Braggs, he is 29 years old, Your Honor. He has been living in Georgia for over 8 years, Your Honor. He does have some college, Your Honor, and he is currently unemployed, Your Honor. It was my client's understanding that the trespass from the Ray's Pizza was for a year. He understands that it's now a lifetime ban on from the Georgia Tech's property. He indicates that he he indicates that he wasn't finished eating yet, and so he was just trying to finish the meal because he didn't know where his next meal will come from, Your Honor. So I would ask that because I did have one of his emergency contacts is his father, Your Honor, and I know that you're concerned that he did have, I think I heard from Officer Hardy, an FTA. I would ask that you allow him to be able to have a signature bond, Your Honor. He does have his father who would make sure, and a valid email address to make sure that he is in the whereabouts of when court hearings, etc., which is the chief factor of bond. Nothing further.
All right, thank you. Defendant, it's very loud here. One second.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it me?
No, it's me.
Oh.
All right, defendant is going to receive a $5 cash bond. He's to stay away from Ray's Pizza, and he's to have a social worker visit prior to release for resources. He's to have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and in light of the cash bond, he's going to all purpose on the 2nd. Is there anything additional? All right, best of luck to you, Mr. Braggs. What do we have next?
Number 8, Mr. Kane.
Mr. Kane, your case is 26 CR 001817H. You're charged with obstruction and wearing a mask or a hoodie or a device in an attempt to conceal your identity. Do you understand your rights today? Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Hardy?
There are 13 cycles out of Georgia. Felony conviction in 2022 for aggravated assault and false imprisonment. Also in 2022, possession of Schedule 1 or 2 controlled substance and possession of a firearm. There was a 2016 entering auto where they got first offender, but it was sealed in 2019. 2022 misdemeanor battery conviction. 2023 battery family violence. 2021 possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Nothing further to report.
All right, thank you. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge. We're asking for a $7,500 good bond on the obstruction and a $2,500 bond on the covering face with the mask for a total of $1,000. He was seen wearing a black ski mask, so he was approached and told, that was against the law. When they went back to the patrol car, they saw he had a active warrant out for aggravated assault. So when they reapproached him, he took off running. So an obvious flight risk just by the nature of these facts, as well as he's wanted out of Decatur for that aggravated assault, and then all of that history, I believe there is a high risk of reoffense. So we're asking for that total $1,000 good bond.
All right, thank you. Mr. Morel?
Yes, Your Honor. So when it comes to Mr. Phil Kane, Your Honor, he is 31 years old. A little bit about his bond factors is that he is a lifelong resident. He does have a valid address out of Fulton County. We also have that stable address is also in connection with his mother. He does have a child, a 7-year-old, in which he does provide for him. He shares custody with said child. As far as education, he does present with high school education, Your Honor. And as far as employment, he does work on cars from time to time, but is not a fixed salaried income. Your Honor, I would be asking for a signature bond on this particular case. As the warrant reads, they saw someone with the mask, but when I looked at the statutes and the notes of decision on Westlaw, I looked to the case Hutzel versus State, which has a citation of 359 Georgia App 493, decided in the year of 2021. It says that I know this is not his trial per se, is that the state must show that the mask wearer intended to conceal his identity. That is one of the essential elements, and either intended to threaten, intimidate, or provoke the apprehension of violence or acted with a reckless disregard for the consequences of his conduct. In this particular case, or in the case that we have with Mr. Phil Kane, he is just seen wearing a mask. There's nothing in this warrant, the four corners warrant, that even shows he intended to conceal his identity. In the Hutzel case, they discussed about how just wearing the mask is not enough to be able to show that one intended to conceal his identity. Your Honor, I so for this particular case, like I said, I know this is not his trial, but we would ask that for a signature bond on this particular case. I understand that he does have a criminal history, but I believe that the state, with the issues in the warrant or issues with showing the probable cause for all the essential elements, I would ask that a signature bond is given to my client. He does present with having a valid address and stability and support from his grandmother and mother. Nothing further.
All right, defendant's gonna receive a $20 cash bond, $10 on each count. He's to have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and in light of the cash bond, he is going to all purpose on the second. Is there anything additional from the state of the defense?
Nothing further from the defense. Thank you, Your
All
Honor.
right, best of luck to you, sir. Who do we have next?
James Green.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the name.
14.
All right, good afternoon, Mr. Green. It is Green, correct? Your case is 26 CR 00181, I'm sorry, 1831H. You're charged with criminal trespass and fare evasion. Do you understand your rights? All right, Ms. Hardy?
The last arrest was January 14th, 2026. MARTA PD for criminal trespass. There are 46 total cycles, arrests out of Georgia and Florida. 2010 disorderly conduct, criminal trespass, obstruction, 2006 battery, disorderly conduct, 2005 criminal trespass. There was FTA in 2014. Nothing, felony conviction, 2010, aggravated assault. Nothing further to report.
All right, Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge, considering he was just arrested in January for almost this exact same thing for criminal trespass at MARTA, we're asking for $1,000 good bond on the criminal trespass and $500 on the fare evasion. He was seen pushing through the gate without paying the fare and has an active suspension from the January case, which went into effect on February 13th and is active through April 25th.
All right, thank you. Mr. Morrell?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Collis Green, he's 54 years old, Your Honor. He is a lifelong resident of Georgia, so it shows he does have significant ties to our state and to our jurisdiction. He also has a valid address out of Fulton County, where he does have stability and supportive care from his sister. Your Honor, he does present with three children, the youngest being 13, in which him and his sister does with the 13-year-old, they does provide housing for, Your Honor. He does have a GED education, Your Honor. And as far as employment, prior to his being arrested, he was working with helping install cabinets, Your Honor, but that is through a contractual basis. It's not a fixed income. To this extent, oh, there we go. To this extent, Your Honor, I know the state is concerned with that he is a multi-state offender, as well as his previous being recently released from custody. So I would ask for a bond to be set no higher than a $1,000 bond. I did speak with his sister. His sister indicated that she can't afford much bond for him because of her financial restraints.
All right, defendant is gonna receive a $20 cash bond, $10 on each count. He's to comply with all MARTA restrictions, have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons, and he will be reset to state all purpose on the second. Is there anything additional?
Nothing further from the defense.
All right, best of luck to you, sir. Who do we have next?
Next we got Jalen Green, 15.
All right, Mr. Green, your case is 26 CR 001833 J. In this case, you're charged with battery family violence. You understand your rights? I'm assuming that's a yes. Ms. Hardy?
There are two arrest cycles, arrests out of Georgia and Alabama. Our last arrest was May the 20th, 2025 out of Troup County for simple battery. Nothing further to report.
All right, thank you, Ms. Tucker.
Yes, Judge. Considering the violence in his history, we'd be asking for a $1,500 good bond in this case, with conditions no further contact with Anaya Abel, and to stay away from 464 Bishop Street in Atlanta. The facts allege that this defendant punched this victim in the chin and pushed her into the television, leaving swelling on her forehead. They are living together at this location and share a child. We have not been able to get in contact with her, so if we could sound for her, otherwise we would be asking for no further contact and to stay away just to be safe.
And I'm sorry, please give me her name again.
Anaya Abel.
All right, I see someone with that name, Ms. Abel. If you wish to make a statement, please unmute, turn your camera on, and raise your right hand. Statements are not required, but if you do wish to speak, Ms. Abel, this is your opportunity. We would need you to turn on your camera quickly. Please
Good
raise your
afternoon.
right.
I'm
Please
here.
raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today will be the truth to the best of your knowledge and is given under the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
All right, thank you. What would you like to tell me today?
Nothing.
All right, you don't have any statements to make?
No.
All right, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Merrill?
Yes, Your Honor. Um, Before us is Mr. Jalen Green. Your Honor, he does have a valid address out of Fulton County. I would indicate that the address that's in Odyssey does need to be updated. I'll file the his change of address when we finish with court today. It's missing the actual apartment number. Be as it may, Your Honor, I do believe that. Oh, and then he is the sole person that lives in that apartment, Your Honor. So the reason I mentioned this because I would be asking for. Oh, it's a battery charge. I don't think he's eligible for a signature bond, but I would ask for a bond no higher than $100, Your Honor. He does work for McLean Food Services doing deliveries, Your Honor, but he presents with a high school education, and he also provides for his child, which is a 1 month old, Your Honor. And so I would ask that, given that his limited criminal history. I believe a battery can go through signature bond. I think the family violence is restricted, but I would, if it's not allowed to be able to go through a signature bond, I would ask for a bond no higher than $100 due to Mr. Green's limited finances and limited history. Nothing further.
All right, defendant is going to receive a $1,500 surety bond. He's to have no contact with the alleged victim. Was there a stay away requested, Ms. Tucker?
Yes, from 464 Bishop Street in Atlanta.
He's to stay away from that location and have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons. His case will be reset to state all purpose on April 2nd. Is
Judge,
there any,
that is the 464 Bishop Street. That's my client's apartment. That's not Miss Abel's address.
It's
is
maybe
the
we can
information
ask
that
her. I was understanding they were living together at that location.
Ms. Abel, is that your address?
Yes.
Okay, so the stay away will stand. He can return one time with a member of law enforcement to get any items. All right, best of luck to you, sir. Who do we have next?
Okay.
You got 23, Mr. Lawson.
Mr. Lawson, your case is 26 CR 001847Y. You're charged with simple battery family violence. You understand your rights? All right, thank you. Ms. Hardy?
The last arrest was October 20th, 2025 out of Union City for battery. There are 7 arrest cycles, arrests out of Georgia and California. Felony conviction in 2014 out of California for sale or possession of marijuana. Misdemeanor conviction in 2000, for furnishing alcohol to a person underage. Nothing further to report.
Thank you. And Ms. Tucker, please
I'm
proceed.
sorry, what position was this?
23, Mr. Lawson.
23. Okay. One moment. Okay, yes. We are asking for a $2,500 good bond in this case with conditions no further contact with Dominique Lawson, as well as to stay away from 4955 Guilford Forest Drive in Atlanta and to have a third-party transfer for the child. This incident occurred at that location where her ex-husband, who she shares a child with, she picked up her son from the bus stop and drove him to school, or he picked up the son from the bus stop and drove her to school without her knowledge. So when she returned home and saw him removing items that didn't belong to him, she stated a physical altercation occurred in which he placed her in a headlock. She did have to bite him in order to break free from this restraint. And so considering the the violence alleged, we are recommending that $2,500 surety bond, no further contact, and a stay away.
All right, is Ms. Lawson present, wishes to make a statement? All right, hearing none, who represents Mr. Lawson?
Mm. Let's see. I don't think I did an interview with Mr. Law.
Yeah, conflict case, Judge. Apparently,
Oh, yes.
yes, this is a conflict case. We just didn't have a attorney available at this time to address our conflict cases. We have
Oh,
four of them
okay.
on the calendar.
All right. So what we're gonna do, Mr. Lawson, is I'm gonna set your bond today. Hold on one second, let me look at something. All right, Mr. Lawson is gonna receive a $2,500, $2,000 good bond. He's to have no contact with Miss Lawson, stay away from that location. He's to have a third party transfer of the children. He's to have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons. And because he did not have a conflict attorney, tomorrow is Saturday, and he's not likely to have one tomorrow either. But I am gonna reset him to tomorrow's calendar in the hopes that there will be conflict counsel appearing, and if not, if he's not able to, if there's no conflict, the bond will stand as set. All right, so we'll reset him one time to tomorrow to see if we can have conflict. Okay. All right, is there anything further, Ms. Tucker?
Nothing further.
All right.
Judge, before we proceed, I did the conflict checks. Do you want the list of the four names that was listed as a conflict, or you just want to do it as we call them?
I guess we can do it as we call them. I guess we can take all the conflict people now. Let's go ahead and do that. Who else was a conflict?
And so Ashanti Barbara is a conflict with the PD's office.
Okay.
Mackenzie. Oh, do you want their
You can give it to me, Mackenzie. Who?
Oh, Mackenzie Everhart, but she also has a signature bond consent from the state.
Okay. Can we take that case very quickly? Can we take the one that has the consent? Is
Sure.
Ashanti Everhart there?
Mackenzie Everhart.
I'm sorry, Mackenzie Everhart.
Yeah, mom and daughter case, both of
It's a mother and daughter's case. It's a dual arrest, Judge.
That's
And they-
fine. If
and
there's
they-
there's a consent for both.
Yes.
Okay, so can we bring those two up?
Yeah, it's gonna be a minute. You wanna do that case while I go on the way?
I'm sorry, I can't hear what you're saying.
Like do another case, because I think I go get them.
Oh,
Okay, all right. And what was the last conflict case?
A miracle Hearn, and then also her aunt is present on the Zoom. That's going to be Miss Shadeja Cummings.
Is she the victim?
I'm not sure this is no.
Okay, so then we wouldn't need to that we will address that at another day. Okay, can we take a Miracle Hearn? Is she there?
I have no females in the room right
Okay,
now.
no females. Okay, well we try. All right, we'll try to take the conflict cases as they come then. Who do we have next?
Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm a
No,
Miracle's
no,
aunt.
no,
So is
no.
her court date not today?
No, just please hold. Please hold.
Yes.
She'll be seen. Please hold. All right, who do we have next?
26, Mr. McPherson.
Mr. McPherson, your case is 26 CR 001814B. In this case, you're charged with obstruction and criminal trespass. You understand your rights?
No.
All right, Ms. Harvey. Ms. Hardy.
The last arrest was February 28th, 2024 out of Cobb for an FTA. There's 12 total cycles in Georgia. There was a felony conviction in 2019 for robbery and aggravated battery. It appears that they're on probation for that case. There's a 2022 felony conviction for forgery, an open case for battery under 25 CR 001858G, and then an open case for possession of a firearm and theft by shoplifting, 24 SC 004456. Nothing further to report.
All right, thank you so much, Ms. Tucker.
Yes, Judge. We're asking for a $4,500 split bond in this case. We're asking for $3,500 cash on the criminal trespass and damage to property and a 1,000 surety on the obstruction. You did hear the criminal history. That prior case, 23 CR 007432E, was battery family violence conviction against this same victim. And in this case, once there was an dispute between them over accusations of cheating. Once the dispute escalated, this defendant began to yell at her, the victim, Tishonda Bell, as he was walking down the stairs. She said he used his fist and hit the wall. As they were further investigating, they were knocking on the door. Miss Bell answered the door and advised he was in the back. When she went to grab her car keys, he left. So there is a flight risk right there. That's the basis of the obstruction. But considering the prior violence against her, we're taking this very seriously. We did speak with the victim. She did confirm the events in the warrant. She confirmed the events in the warrant, but she says they share a 2-month-old child, so she wants no further violent contact. But just considering the history, he also has a 25 CR 001858G case, battery family violence, against the same victim. So we're asking for that split bond, 3,500 cash on the criminal trespass, 1,000 surety on the obstruction. With
And the
conditions,
name of the
no further
Go ahead.
contact for Tishonda Bell, and to stay away from the apartment complex at 2786 Old Hapeville Road in Atlanta.
All right, is Ms. Bell present and wishes to make a statement? Sounding again for Ms. Bell.
Hello, I'm here.
Do you wish to make a statement?
I
No,
do.
just yes. Okay, then you need to come into view, raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
I do.
All right, what would you like to tell me?
Um, Your Honor, I just want to speak on the behalf of my family. We do share a child together, and he is an important part of our child's life. What happened was unfortunate, and I do not support any type of violence. At the same time, I believe the situation does not fully define who he is as a person or as a father. My main concern is our child well-being, and I hope we can move forward in a way that promotes growth, accountability, and stability for our family. And some anger management for him, if possible.
All right, thank you. I appreciate you coming to court to make that statement. Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Macpherson is 26 years old, and we do understand that there was a history behind it. However, he has been working 2 different jobs to support his 2 children, 2 months old and 3 years old. He graduated from high school 2017, and ever since then, um, he's been working when he was not incarcerated, Your Honor. He doesn't have any drug, alcohol addiction. He does not have any mental health issues. We would like to request for a signature on bond and no further violent contact. They live together and they have two children together. And Your Honor, and that's all we ask for. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Defendant is gonna receive a $3,500 surety bond. It's gonna be 1,000 on count one, 2,500 on count two. He's to have no contact with the alleged victim at this time. They can coordinate transfer of the child through a third party, and he's to stay away from the address on Old Hateville Road. Um, he will be reset to state all purpose on the 2nd of April, whereby aspects of the case can be revisited, but it will be no contact at this time. Is there anything additional from the state or from the defense?
Yes, Your Honor. I did have a one-time law enforcement officer escorted visit to retrieve his personal belongings.
Yes, he can return one time with a member of law enforcement to get any items. All right, the matter is closed for today. Best of luck to you, Mr. McPherson. Who do we have next?
3,500, right?
Yes.
Who you said you wanted again, for this case again? Yeah.
I forgot now. It was,
See who the conflicts is?
well, the conflicts. It was the Eberhard cases, if we could take those two.
Yeah, that's Mackenzie, and I think it's Anicia, maybe.
It doesn't matter which one froze first.
Yeah.
If we could take those cases, please.
Same time? Yeah, both at the same time. One, you stay right there, you stay right here.
All right, who's sitting before me?
Oh, yeah, that's mom and daughter case, Your Honor.
That's fine. Oh, which number is in the chair?
11.
Okay, Ms. Eberhard, your case is 26 CR 00183 8J. In this case, you're charged with simple battery. You have a right to remain silent. You have a right to an attorney, and I'm conducting this hearing by video. I understand that there's a consent for this case. Ms. Evans Battle, if you would put the consent onto the record.
Yes, Your Honor. The consent would be for a $3,500 signature bond through pretrial services at level 1. And we're asking that that the defendant enroll in the diversion program and pay the required fee, have no further violent contact with the co-defendant in the case, Ms. Eberhardt, enroll and complete 4 hours of anger management and the law and decision-making courses, pay any fees associated with that, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond, and no further violations of the law.
All right, and Ms. Kim, that was the understanding of the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, they both consent.
All right. We got to do it one at a time still. So that is the agreement for the case ending in 1838J, correct?
Right.
All right. Thank you. And we can switch if Ms. Mackenzie Eberhardt could be seated and we have the other defendant. You're being released on the signature by, ma'am. All right, Ms. Eberhardt, your case is 26 CR 00183 6J. In this case, you're charged with battery family violence. As I just explained, you have a right to counsel, you have a right, and I'm sorry, you have a right to remain silent, and I'm conducting this hearing by video. You understand your rights? All right, and if you'll announce that again, Ms. Evans Battle, is it exactly the same?
It's exactly the same, just no
Well,
further.
let's still please read it for me.
I will. $3,500 signature bond through pretrial services level 1, that the defendant enroll in a diversion program and pay the enrollment fee. No further violent contact with the Nietzsche Eberhardt. Have her to enroll in a 4-hour anger management classes and the law and decision-making course, pay appropriate fees, have no drugs, alcohol, or weapons while on bond, and no further violations of the law.
All right, Ms. Eberhardt, you're being released on a signature bond with those conditions. There was a conflict by the public defender's office, so you do not have an attorney present today. But having heard those requirements, is this what you wish to do? All right, you'll be released on that signature bond with those requirements, okay? All right, best of luck to you both. Who do we have next?
Number 3, Miss Barber.
All right, Ms. Barber, your case is 26CR001828A. In this case, you're charged with battery. You have a right to remain silent and you have a right to an attorney. However, the public defender's office is conflicted out, so there is no conflict attorney here to assist you today. So I'm going to listen closely to your history and the facts as alleged by the state and set a bond. All right. All right, Ms. Hardy.
The last arrest was October the 2nd, 2025 out of East Point for battery and obstruction. There are 2 total arrest cycles in Georgia. They're on probation for that one case. It's 25 CR 006135A, and that's for the battery and obstruction. And then there's 25 CR 003185A for criminal trespass. Nothing further to report.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Evans Battle.
Yes, Your Honor. On March the 18th of 2026, officers went to 2048 Stanton Road, East Point, Georgia, which is a Citgo in reference to a fight that was taking place. The victim in the case is Ashley Pullen, and they were at the store, and she indicated she was with the grandchild of her friend, whose the name is Shaka Khan Tucker, and they were arguing inside of the place. Initially, Miss Barber stepped in between the parties that were arguing to separate them and stop them. At some point in time, it appeared that she actually left the location or left from the scene right there and came back and started hitting Miss Pullen. As a result of that, she had a large knot on her forehead in reference to the fight. And Miss Barber, I believe, was also injured as well. So the bond recommendation, based on the fact that she's currently on probation and we've actually petitioned to have her probation revoked, a $2,500 surety is set currently. We'd ask that that remain the bond at this time, that she have no further contact with Ashley Pullen, that she stay away from the store at Citgo at the location indicated. And that would be no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while on bond. Thank you.
All right, is Ms. Pullen present and wishes to make a statement?
I believe she was arrested as well.
Oh,
Judge.
with a dual arrest? Okay. All right, Ms. Barber is going to receive a $2,500 surety bond. She is to have no contact with the alleged victim and stay away from that location. She's to have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons. I am going to reset her to tomorrow in the hopes that a conflict attorney can appear in light of the surety bond. And from there, if not, it will remain as set. All right, Ms. Barber, best of luck to you. Your case is concluded for today. Who do we have next?
Number 13, Ms. Glass.
Ms. Glass, your case is 26CR001841E. In this case, you're charged with simple battery, family violence, and theft by taking. You understand your rights? All right, thank you. Ms. Hardy?
The last arrest was April 15th, 2025 out of Fulton for obstruction, and that case is open under 25 PI 003031. There's 18 arrest cycles in Georgia. There was an FTA in 2017. Nothing further.
All right, thank you. Ms. Evans Battle?
I just want to make sure I have the different maybe history than she does. Currently she has the 2 probation cases here from 24 and 25 for a battery, family violence, and each of those count that was dispositioned on September the 9th of 2025. It appears that the PI case, one of the charges was dismissed, and therefore we still have left the 2 counts of willful obstruction of law enforcement officer. We also have the simple battery family violence that is open. It's an open case. There is an ag assault, reckless conduct, possession of firearm, terroristic threats, harassing phone calls open out of Clayton County. There was a NOLO to a harassing phone call, and significant is the 2014 battery, family violence, and affray as well. In this case, it occurred March the 20th of 2026, so that was early in the morning hours at 415 Fairburn Road, Southwest Atlanta. And she committed the simple battery against April Jones by pushing her out of the front door and causing her to fall in the concrete. It appears that the parties are roommates, and during the course of time, the officers, when they came to the location, Miss Jones was able to determine that she'd had some items missing. And one of the missing items was a Breeze card that they were able to locate in Miss Glass's room. As a result of the pushing, she suffered a pain in her leg as a result of being pushed on the concrete. This is, the court does consider whether or not the person is a repeat offender and their likelihood of reoffending. And I certainly think in this particular case, from the court's history, the history that has been heard, that is the case. We would ask that a bond be set in the amount of $5,000 on the simple battery and $1,000 on the theft by taking. We are asking for a cash bond in this particular case, based on all of her open cases and her significant violent history. And she's been put on probation previously for similar offenses, and she is not complying with probation at this particular time. We'd ask that she have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, certainly no firearms while out on bond. Thank you.
Is Ms. Jones present? Wishes to make a statement? I don't see Ms. Jones. Does anybody represent Ms. Glass, or is this a conflict too?
I don't have any representation. May I speak for myself?
I don't think you should, because the state is listening and may assess additional charges, because again, you have a right to remain silent.
It
But
was
there,
not labeled as a conflict, Judge.
I don't think she was. Mr. Morrell
Miss,
represents her.
yes, 1 second. Miss Kim, did you speak with Miss Glass?
I did. I apologize. I was interviewing somebody else right here. I apologize, but I
Okay.
have her. Yes, she is it my turn?
I'm sorry, say that again.
Yes.
Yes, it is. It is.
Yes. She is actually 32 years old, and Your Honor, well, she has two minor children, 9 years old and 12 years old, and she's currently enrolled in school for full time. It's a 6 weeks program for logistics, and she has done 4 weeks. She only has 2 more weeks left to graduate from that. She graduated from high school 2012, and she has an associate degree for criminal justice. And Your Honor, we do understand there was a little bit of history, but this is totally, she denies the allegation for theft by taking. She did not take any of that. And Your Honor, she's the one who has the bruises and swallowed things. She was dumped by them, and this was pure self-defense. She didn't have any chance to talk about her case. Those two people were like outsmarting them. I mean, they were basically like dominating the conversation. She had no chance to talk about her side of the story, and we would like to we ask for signature on bond, Your Honor. There is a camera that I'm going to ask my investigator to get a copy of it, 1008, different apartment number, but they do have a security camera. It will show that my client was the one who was beaten up there.
All right. Defendant's going to receive a $2,000 surety bond, $1,000 on each count. She's to have no contact with the alleged victim, last name Jones, and stay away from that location. She can return one time with a member of law enforcement should she need to do so. She's to have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons, and her case is going to state all purpose on the 2nd.
Your Honor,
is there any additional?
Can she at least do a sheriff 10% program? I don't have, I,
No, I'm sorry, Miss Kim. It's gonna stay as set. All right. Best of luck to all concerned.
All right, let's got 27, Miss Medley.
Miss Medley, your case is 26 CR 001839G. You're charged with 2 counts of battery and 2 counts of simple battery. You understand your rights? All right. Thank you, Miss Hardy.
No history to report at this time.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Tucker.
Yes, Judge. We're asking for a $3,000 surety bond, $1,000 on each battery, and then 500 on each simple battery, with conditions no further contact with Trinity Chapman, and to stay away from the Atlanta Mission House at 655 Ethel Street in Atlanta. The facts of this case that did happen at this Atlanta Mission House. Both the defendant and the victim were shelter residents. The defendant left to go get some weed. When he came back, he was acting erratically, became verbally aggressive, accusing them of abandoning her. A verbal altercation ensued, during which time the defendant, unprovoked, struck Miss Chapman multiple times in the face and head and then dragged her to the ground. She did have visible bruising and swelling on her lips, forehead, and scalp. We were able to speak with Miss Chapman. She did confirm the events in the warrant. She said they were residents. She only knew him or her for a few days. Um, she does want no further contact and a stay away from this location. So, for the violence alleged, as well as victim contact, we're asking for that $3,000 total surety, no further contact, and stay away.
All right. Thank you. I see Miss Chapman on the line. If you wish to make a statement, Miss Chapman, very quickly unmute, turn on your camera, and raise your right hand.
It's not letting me do the video while I'm trying to connect to the video. Okay, I see it. Yes, ma'am.
Do you swear or affirm testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, please come into view so we can see your entire face. What would you like to tell me?
I would like to say that even throughout the whole incident with her feeling like we abandoned her just to go to the store to get a Arizona, she was very intoxicated and she was high on her drugs or whatever at the moment. So with us trying to actually explain to her that we didn't abandon her, we just literally just went across the street. Even when the whole incident happened with her beating me and dragging me to the ground, she was threatening my life and everything. So that's why I don't want no further contact with her. Like I'm literally fearing for my life, even seeing her face right now.
All
So
right.
that's all that I have to say as a statement.
Thank you. I appreciate you making
You're
that statement.
welcome.
All right, Miss Kim, does your client have a stable address?
brother, not yet, but I gave her the list of housing resources so that way she can find another place and she will get a mailing address, free mailing service from First Presbyterian Church, 132A Peachtree Street.
I'm concerned about sending her through pretrial if she doesn't have an address or, and this is not a type of offense that could go through the jail, Miss Kim.
I understand, but we asked for signature on bond. This is her first arrest ever, and she has no history whatsoever. And
How will she be able to report the pretrial?
she is planning to go to a military right now, and then I'm hoping that she will find some stable housing. Maybe we can ask her to provide housing resources and help her out with some stable housing.
I'm concerned we'll be setting her up to fail if I give her a signature bond through pretrial, Miss Kim. So that's my concern is she going to be able to report? Does she?
Yes,
I understand she would have to check in to pretrial or else she'll end up right back here.
she has a car, so she can drive around.
All right. Defendant's going to receive a $4,000 signature bond through pretrial services, 1,000 on each count at level 1. She is to have no further contact with the alleged victim and stay away from that address on Ethel Street. She's to have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and I am going to ask that a social worker meet with her, but I won't make it a prerequisite for release. Is there anything additional?
Nothing further from defense, Your Honor.
All
Thank you.
right. Best of luck to you, ma'am. That concludes your case for today. Who do we have next?
32, Mr. Mackey. Yeah, you started me. Hold that. Hold that.
I'm sorry, this is Mr. Ragland.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Ragland, your case is 26 CR 001822C. In this case, you're charged with possession of marijuana, criminal trespass, 2 counts of obstruction, and fair evasion. You understand your rights?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Ms. Hardy?
The last arrest was November 17th, 2025, out of Fulton for an FTA. There's 5 arrest cycles. They have appears to be open probation, 25 SC 001802 for battery and 25 CR 007443C for criminal trespass. Nothing further to report.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge, we're asking for a $2,000 split bond. It's going to be 1,000 surety on the criminal trespass, 500 on each of the 2 obstruction charges. And then for the fair evasion and the possession of marijuana, we're okay with a signature bond through the jail in those cases. But considering this defendant had a permanent ban from all MARTA stations, he was found pushing through the fair gate to get in there. And then when officers attempted to detain him, he ran away from both officers, had to be taken to the ground in order to effect the arrest. And even down on the ground, he struggled, pulling his arms away and fighting. So for those reasons, we're asking for the 2,000, 1,000 on the criminal trespass, 500 on each obstruction, and then just a signature bond through the jail for the fair evasion and the possession of marijuana. Oh, a search incident to arrest found a small bag of marijuana on him.
All right, thank you. Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Reckland is 25 years young. He was born and raised here in Georgia, Your Honor. He does have a good housing resources. He graduated from high school 2019, and yet at this point, he has been unemployed for the last 5 months. He has been trying to find a job. However, it has been very difficult. So he has no financial resources to make any kind of bond. At this point, we ask for signature on bond for all charges, Your Honor.
Okay, defendant is going to receive a $25 split bond. It's going to be $5 signature through the jail on count 1, the marijuana, $5 cash on the criminal trespass, $5 signature through the jail on the fair evasion, and $5 on each obstruction for the total of 5, 10, 15. I have to do my math. The total of the 25 split. So he's got to make bond on $15. Is there anything additional from the state of defense? And he's also to stay away, comply with all MARTA restrictions, have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and he is going to all purpose in light of that split bond.
Judge,
Thank you.
what was the $5 cash on? Number 2 and what?
$5 cash on everything except the fair evasion and the possession. Those 2 go through the jail.
You good.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
All right, Ms. Boyd.
What number is that, Judge?
Number 5. Ms. Boyd, your case is 26 CR 001829D. You are charged with simple battery. You understand your rights? All right, Ms. Hardy.
The last arrest was February 7th, 2014 out of Webster County for driving while license suspended or revoked. There's 3 arrest cycles, 2009 driving while license suspended or revoked, 2008, driving on suspended, canceled, or revoked registration. Nothing further to report.
All right, thank you. Ms. Evans Battle?
Yes, there was a consent bond offer. Was it not accepted?
Ms. Kim, was the consent accepted?
We didn't know that there was content, but I'll just look into it really quick.
Okay.
For that felony court, so
All right then.
What was the consent offer, Ms. Evans Battle?
The consent offer is for, pull it back up now. The consent offer is for $3,500 signature bond through pretrial services. At level one, we were asking for a diversion on this case as well. Pay the required enrollment fee, no further contact with Janie Rucker. Enroll and complete 4 hours of anger management. Enroll and complete the law and decision-making course and whatever fee is associated with it. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons on bond, and no violations of the law.
he accepts.
All right, the consent bond will stand if you'll send that over. Best of luck to you, Ms. Boyd. You're being released on a signature bond. Who do we have next?
I'm sorry.
3,500 signature on bond through trial, number one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We go number 33, Mr. Sands.
Okay, Mr. Sands, your case is 26 CR 001849H. You're charged with criminal trespass and damage to property and then just criminal trespass. You understand your rights?
Yes.
All right, thank you, Ms. Hardy.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, what position is this?
It's 33.
Okay, no history to report for this defendant.
All right, thank you, Ms. Tucker.
Yes, Judge. We're asking for a $3,000 good bond on count one and another $3,000 good bond on count two for a total of $6,000 with conditions no further contact with Jimena Guerra and to stay away from 4554 Kent Road in Fulton County. The facts allege there was an argument over social media, which led to this defendant coming to her home uninvited. She told him she no longer wanted to be in a relationship with him and refused to open the front door. So he went to the back, broke the window with a rock, forced his way inside, and took her back to his home. His blood was in her home on her bathroom door due to him breaking in. This victim is a minor. We did speak with her sister who was there. Her sister said that he kidnapped her, that he pulled her hair, threw her to the ground, and strangled her. So we are following up with her. We've got our victim advocate has a meeting with her at 4 o'clock to see if there should be felony charges in this case. Currently, it's just charged with criminal trespass for being there uninvited and criminal trespass damage for breaking through the window. But we are taking this case very seriously, which is the reason for that $6,000 total good bond. Absolutely no further contact with Jimena Guerra and to stay away from this location.
All right, thank you. Is Ms. Jimena Guerra present and wishes to make a statement, or Guerrera maybe?
She was at school today, so I doubt she'd be there.
Any relative? She's a minor child, so was there any relative for that party?
So the sister is Nayla Martinez. That's who we spoke with. I'm not sure if she's here today, if we could sound for her.
She present? Okay, hearing none. Ms. Kim?
Your Honor, Mr. Sands is only 8 years young, Your Honor, and he's still in school. He is 12th grade, and he's about to graduate this year. I really, really ask for a signature on bond. Have mercy on him. This is his first arrest ever. Um, he is residing with his roommates. I believe his mother is online to support him. He's not a flight risk. He's gonna be here, coming out to take care of this matter, and he will stay away from her, and he has no objection to have no contact, stay away, completely fine with him. That's all, Your Honor.
All right, defendant's gonna receive a $2,000 surety bond, 1,500 on count one, 500 on count two. He's to have no contact whatsoever with the alleged victim in this case and stay away from that location. He's to have no alcohol, no drugs or weapons, and his case will be revisited on April the 2nd SAP calendar. Is there anything additional?
Your Honor, can it be at least, therefore, sheriff's 10% program? This is his first arrest.
All right, I will allow this one to go to the sheriff's 10%.
Can somebody give me the stay away address and the name of the person again to no further contact with?
Can we chat it to Miss Lewis, please,
Can
Miss
somebody-
Tucker?
Yes, I will.
All right, best of luck to you, sir. Who do we have next?
We're doing number 7, Mr. Buford. Okay.
Good afternoon, Mr. Buford. Your case is 26 CR 001835Y. You're charged with battery in a public vehicle or train or transit station. You understand your rights?
Good afternoon, y'all.
All right, good afternoon. You understand your rights? All right, thank you. Ms. Hardy?
Last arrest was December the 12th, 2025, out of Fulton for possession of methamphetamine, possession of Schedule 1 controlled substance. That case is open under 25 PI 010134. There are 40 arrest cycles in Georgia. There was a 2024 misdemeanor conviction for simple battery and simple assault, a 2023 battery, family violence, criminal trespass, 2022 simple battery on public transit. There is, I'm sorry, Your Honor, a felony conviction in 2023 for theft by taking. Appears to be two open probation cases for battery. Nothing further to report.
All right, thank you. Ms. Evans Battle?
Yes, this occurred March the 18th of 2026 at 3800 East Main Street in College Park. It appeared that he was on public transit, a bus, and there must have been some argument, appeared to be an argument that occurred on the bus. When they got off the bus, he pushed the victim, Jackie Wilson, and Mr. Wilson hit his head. He fell backwards onto the bus, side of the bus, and there was a contusion to his head. He had to be transported to the hospital as a result of this. And the courts heard the significant 41 cycle history that he has, which includes a history of weapons and violence and repeated offenses. So the state is concerned, and we would ask that a bond be set as a cash bond in this amount. We're asking for a $2,500 cash bond at this time, that he have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while out on bond, and I have no further contact with Jackie Wilson. We'd also ask that comply with any MARTA suspensions that may take place as a result of this incident. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, is Mr. Wilson present and wishing to make a statement? Hearing and seeing none, Mr. Merrill?
Yes. Before us is Mr. Dante Buford, Your Honor. He's 41 years of age. Your Honor, he is a lifelong resident, so he doesn't pose a significant risk of fleeing from a jurisdiction, even with 40 cycles, Your Honor. You didn't hear that he was a multi-state offender, nor did you hear that he has a number of FTAs or even violations of probations to that extent, Your Honor. He also has a valid address out of Decatur, Your Honor, right next door to our jurisdiction. He also has a child that is on the way, which I mentioned this because it shows that he would maintain his residence in Fulton County. I mean, not Fulton County, in our state, and in our metro area, because he does have to provide for his child. Not only that, his 6-year-old actually stays with him. Um, be as it may, he does have a high school education. He does landscaping on the side. So if he is able to release, he will get back to doing his contractual obligations, Your Honor. We believe this is going to be a case of self-defense, Your Honor. My client purports that he was defending himself and that Mr. Jackie Wilson wasn't alone on the bus. There was an accidental bump that happened, and then there was between the men there was the fight that had ensued, Your Honor. Given that I know you're concerned with his history, especially with the batteries, but even if you do have a battery conviction, it doesn't exempt you from being able to defend yourself. It was a crowded bus, Your Honor, and so like as indicated, my client purports that it was an accidental bump, and then the men that was with Jackie Wilson engaged into this fight with Mr. Buford, and then that is where, as they were off the bus, getting off the bus, that is where the police has based their basis for probable cause for Mr. Jackie Wilson, but it was a part of this whole melee with Mr. Buford. And so I would ask that the bond is set no higher than a $1,000 surety bond, a $2,500 cash bond for someone who is working as a landscaping is practically a no bond for him, Your Honor. And as we know, misdemeanors in our great state of Georgia the defendant is entitled to have a bond. A $2,500 cash bond is virtually a no bond status for him.
All right, defendant's gonna receive a $2,500 surety bond. He's to have no contact with Mr. Wilson, have no alcohol, drugs, weapons, and comply with any MARTA restrictions. His case will be reset to state all purpose on April the 2nd. Is there anything additional?
Nothing further from the defense.
All right, best of luck for you, sir. That concludes your case for today.
All right, then number 9, Mr. Campbell.
Mr. Campbell, your case is 26 CR 001774A. You're charged with criminal trespass, simple battery against an officer, 2 counts of terroristic threats and acts, and 1 count of obstruction. You understand your rights?
Ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Hardy.
The last arrest was December the 5th, 2025, out of DeKalb for criminal trespass and obstruction. There are 3 cycles out of Georgia, 2 out of Texas, 6 out of Arkansas, 1 out of Nevada, and 2 out of Louisiana. There appears to be a hold out of Pine Bluff, Arkansas for an FTA. The date of that warrant is October 30th, 2019. There's a felony conviction out of Arkansas for aggravated assault in 2008. 2025 out of DeKalb, there's a criminal trespass. Nothing further to report.
Thank you. Whose case is this for the state? Number 9.
Ms. Battle?
You're muted. We can't hear you.
I can look it up.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were speaking on camera. That's why I said your name.
No, I don't have the case. I didn't work up the case, but I can.
Ms. Tucker, is this yours?
I tried to send her a message, but
No, Judge, I don't recognize this case.
is that Campbell?
Yes, number 9.
Yes. Incident location is at 276 Memorial.
I will have to look through Odyssey for this particular case.
Was it a reset?
No, I don't think so. He was arrested on 3/17. Oh, well. He was arrested on 3/17, which is the date of the incident. I didn't see a reset, but it possibly, I just kind of go through it.
Has he been in jail for this for 4 days?
Yes. Let me see.
Was he reset medically or anything? Was it? I'm trying to understand if we have another
Yeah, this
issue.
was a reset from Wednesday counter, Judge.
What was the reason we reset him? Just he refused to come?
I do not have that answer.
Does anyone know?
Medical.
Oh, reset medical. Thank you. That's what I need to know.
Okay, I pulled up my notes from Wednesday and I can speak on this bond.
All right, please proceed, Ms. Tucker.
Yes, Judge. So we're gonna ask for 500 good on the criminal trespass, 1,000 good on the civil battery, 500 on the terroristic threats, and 500 on the second terroristic threats, and 500 on the obstruction, with a stay away from 276 Memorial Drive in Atlanta. We're also requesting a social worker visit for him. That did total up to 3,000. In this incident, officers were already in the area looking for a wanted person. They came across this defendant trespassing. They asked him to leave and he refused. So they attempted to take him into custody. He spit in the face of Officer Knupp. He threatened, "I'm going to blow your head off," to Sergeant Delane. And he also threatened, "When I see you in the streets, I'm going to shoot your ass," to Officer Goodson. He had to be tased into compliance. So I think there are some issues here. I'm not sure if it's MH issues, if it's alcohol or drug issues, but we do believe there's a risk of flight, a risk of reoffense. So we're asking for that $3,000 total bond with a social worker visit.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Morrell?
Yes, Your Honor, 1 second. Sorry about that. Before us is Mr. Lucas Campbell, Your Honor. He's been living in Georgia for over 4 years. I am showing that we do need to update his address in the system. He does have actually a Fulton County address with a zip code out of 30318, so that's probably like Metro Atlanta, downtown-ish. Be as it may, he does have two children, a 17 and a 21-year-old. He does have some culinary arts college education, Your Honor. And so, in this particular case, that's concerning for the defense, Your Honor, is that it begins with Mr. Campbell just sitting on the ground. While the warrant does say that they were looking for a wanted person, it does not say that they were looking for Mr. Campbell. It doesn't even describe him as like a bolo or be on the lookout for Mr. Campbell. It doesn't say they were looking for a black man, white man, short man, man sitting on the ground. It's very concerning that the police then just walked up to him. There's no indication that he was trespassing from my understanding, from the owners of the location at the 276 Memorial. He simply was just sitting on the ground, in which the police then approached our client. Your Honor, of course, when he gets to his trial courtroom, we will file the motion and hash that portion out once we get more discovery, etc. To this extent, these charges, I do believe all of them are eligible for a signature bond. I would ask for a signature bond to be given. It can include the pretrial. Your Honor, I don't have any indication from speaking with my client that he has mental health, disabilities, issues, Your Honor. So I would just ask that a signature bond is given if you're not inclined to give a signature bond, particularly as it pertains to the simple battery against a police officer. I would ask that a bond is set no higher than $100 bond, Your Honor. I can imagine that if one was just sitting on the ground and the police approach you, and that you may have some resistance to the police and feel like they're messing with you. And that's just the lived nature of everyday people in society, Your Honor. Nothing further from the defense.
All right, defendant's gonna receive a $1,500 surety bond. It'll be $250 on each count, with the exception of the simple battery against an officer. That will be $500. So that should be the total of $1,500. Was there a stay away, Ms. Tucker? What was the stay away?
Um,
Because there's a trespass. He's to stay away from that location, have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and he'll be reset to all purpose on the 2nd. What was the address, Ms. Tucker?
yes.
Oh, 276 Memorial Drive. He needs to stay
Yes.
away from that location. And there's nothing medical there, correct?
No.
All right. Best of luck to that gentleman. Who do we have next?
Number 10, Mr. Cresswell.
Mr. Cresswell, your case is 26 CR 001830Y. You're charged with theft by shoplifting. You understand your rights? All right, thank you, Ms. Hardy.
The last arrest was June the 21st, 2025, out of Fulton for criminal trespass. It appears that they're on probation on that case under 25 CR 003466Y. They have 24 total cycles, with arrests out of Georgia, California, and Tennessee. There is a 2023 misdemeanor conviction for violation of a family violence order. Also in 2023, criminal trespass, 2007 simple battery. There's a FCA from 2024. Nothing further to report.
All right, thank you. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge. The state is asking for a $500 good bond and a stay away from the shell at 387 Hill Street in Atlanta. Mr. Creswell was actually on Wednesday's calendar for a criminal trespass at the same location. The basis of this case, he took a case of bottled water from the Shell gas station, was criminal trespassed, and then he showed back up, I believe, on the 16th, and that was the basis of that criminal trespass charge. That case was reset to the competency calendar next Thursday. So I'm not sure if this case needs to be reset as well. But ultimately, considering the history of trespass at this location, we are recommending a $500 good bond and a stay away.
Okay. Mr. Merrill, do you have those same concerns? Is there a pending eval?
I don't know if there's a pending eval, but I was going to ask in my defense to have him scheduled for the competency.
Typically, you can't go to that calendar without, that's why I'm asking if there is a pending evaluation or if you wish to request. Do you believe an evaluation is requested?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so are you willing to draft that request at this time?
Sure. And Ms. Heather, do you know if on the last calendar, if Paul Bartel or who was the public defender was on
Do
there?
we know if somebody already requested? I guess is the question.
Yeah.
So
It's already been on the calendar.
Mr. Bartels usually requests them at the competency calendar once they're scheduled.
I that okay.
I mean, but Your Honor, for your indulgence, I mean not indulgence, but I can draft, put the request in, etc. I have no.
No, if the other case is already there, we'll just consolidate the two. That he can, I have no problem with him being reset there. So since I didn't do that, typically I am not going to set somebody on competency without that pending evaluation.
Understand.
So we can send that same case there. But is there anything else you'd like me to consider, Mr. Merrill?
Your Honor, he does have a mental health diagnosis, Your Honor. He, as indicated, he does have lifelong ties to Georgia, Your Honor. He was getting support at Gateway Center, which is right down the street from our courthouse, Your Honor, and as well as he does have familiar ties. I was not able to make contact with the mother and the grandmother, but it's my understanding that our office had made contact with them in the past. Your Honor, I would just ask that a bond. I know that ASG Tucker asked for 500. I have wrote on my recommendation $100 cash. Your Honor, he's not going to be able to make bond based off of his circumstances. Either way it goes.
All right. Defendant is going to receive a $25 cash fine. He's to stay away from that location, have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and we will consolidate his case with the one that's already pending. Is there anything additional?
Nothing further from the defense.
We'll not consolidate it with that case. We'll place it and set it at the same time as the other case.
And that was
All right.
for this upcoming Thursday. Is that correct, Ms. Tucker?
That's correct.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, the 26th.
Thank you.
All right. So his case is going there. Best of luck to you, sir. Who do we have next?
Next, we had number 18, Mr. Jackson.
Mr. Jackson, your case is 26 CR 001842G. You're charged with simple battery family violence. You understand your rights? All right, thank you, Ms. Hardy.
The last arrest was July the 3rd, 2022 out of Fulton for aggravated assault. That was downgraded to simple assault in 2022. There's 19 total arrest cycles. There's a 2014 misdemeanor conviction for simple battery, 2013 forgery, 2010 simple battery, 2006 obstruction. Nothing further to report.
Thank you. Ms. Evans Battle?
Yes, Your Honor. We also had a 2013 aggravated battery charge as well. In this particular case, this occurred May the 29th of 2025 at 921 Westmoreland Drive, Northwest. The victim in this case is Ellen Wright, and she indicated that Leonard Jackson is actually her son. They were just going through a rough patch, and it appeared that they were being evicted, and so they were in a temporary location. He became frustrated, She indicated at the time that he had placed his hands around her neck and began to choke her. She indicated she didn't lose consciousness, and there were actually no witnesses. By the time the police arrived, he was gone. We've spoke to the victim today, and she said that she doesn't, it's almost a year later, she doesn't really recall it quite that way. And she indicated that the family is going through a lot of things right now, and that she's had a nephew that was just killed in the area, so the family is grieving. She does not believe that she has any concerns, so she is asking for no further violent contact, and that a stay away would not be needed from her location. She indicated that she actually hasn't spoken with him really since the incident. Um, we are asking for a surety bond, though, because of his history with violence. It would be a $3,500 surety. No further violent contact. Stay away is not needed. No alcohol, drugs, weapons, and no firearms while allowed on bond. In looking at the notes, I would ask the court to consider a social worker visit for him to address maybe BH or MH issues. No, and that would be our recommendation, Judge.
Thank you. Is Ms. Wright present? All right, Mr. Merrill.
Yes, before us is Mr. Leonard Jackson, 45 years old, Your Honor. He is a lifelong resident and has a valid address out of East Point, Your Honor. He doesn't have any children, but he does have a high school education, Your Honor. Uh, he do believe that because of his, he has a forklift certification, but he do believe because of his incarceration, he will be virtually unemployed, Your Honor. I would ask that the bond is set no higher than $100, Your Honor. I understand that the state, I mean not the state, the court is concerned, and the state is concerned with my client's criminal history, Your Honor. So I would ask that, given that the victim has indicated to the state that she is not opposed to their release. Their family is going through a hard time and a transition. Excuse me, and that she indicated that it may not have happened exactly how the warrant is written out. I would ask that you set a bond no higher than $100 so this family can, with a no further violent contact, so this family can go through their bereavement together.
All right, defendant's gonna receive $1,000 surety bond. He's to have no further violent contact with the alleged victim. He's to have no alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and he's going to all purpose on the 2nd of April. Best of luck to you, sir. Who do we have next?
All right, deputy number 19, Mr. Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, your case is 26 CR 001844A. You're charged with battery, simple assault, 2 counts. Do you understand your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Hardy?
The last arrest was May 9th, 2025, out of Spalding for a probation violation. There are 4 cycles out of Georgia, 22 out of Florida, 2 out of Louisiana. There's a 2024 felony conviction for aggravated assault, a 2013 obstruction felony, a 2000 possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of marijuana, battery of law enforcement. There's a 2024 battery family violence out of Clayton. Nothing further to report.
Thank you. Ms. Evans-Bound?
Yes, Your Honor, and I had a 2023 FTA, so it's within the last 5 years. Whereas in March of 18th of 2026, the officers went to an information for officer fight call in reference to something that was occurring on the MARTA train. It appeared that the victims in this particular case are Jamarian Byram and Kamal Haith, spelled last name spelled Haith. It appeared they boarded MARTA train, and that Mr. Johnson approached them after noticing they believed that they were gay and began making flirtatious remarks. They both indicated they wanted Mr. Johnson to leave them alone, but he continued making comments, attempting to engage with them. They attempted to distance themselves on the train by moving to a different location. While on the train, he followed them and would not leave them alone. Once they got off the train, he followed them, continuing to make comments to them. They picked up their pace. They ran from him just to get away from him and ran into a bar asking for help because he was chasing behind them. The bar owner put all three of them out of the location, and then Mr. Johnson continued to chase them. Mr. Has Bynum has asthma and he could no longer run. And at that point, Mr. Johnson caught up with him and hit him, striking him, they believe, with an object, maybe a knife or something, in which he had in his hand. And as a result of that, he indicated that he had injuries, that he had knocked him out and he lost consciousness, that he was able to regain consciousness. It appears that Mr. Haith came over and pulled Mr. Johnson off of him. They were near the Mercedes Stadium and Home Depot from the Vine City Station location. Um, uh, we would ask in this particular case, in light of his significant charges of aggravated batteries and assaults, and the fact that he has offenses out of multiple states, the Florida, Louisiana, Texas, besides Georgia, that we're asking for a $5,000 bond on the battery. And as to the two simple assaults, we're asking for $5,000 as well. We are asking that this be a surety bond in consideration of all that the court has heard, that there is no further contact with the victims in this case, that he has no alcohol, drugs, weapons, and that he has no firearms. And I'm not sure if Mr. Jamarian is on. I know that we did speak with him earlier. And he, of course, wanted to she indicated that his lip is busted and his face is still swollen, and that he wanted to have no further contact with them. We are asking that as a result of this incident, if there are any MARTA suspensions as well, that he comply with those suspensions. Thank you.
All
Ms.
right,
Battle, is
hold
your
on one
total?
second.
Oh, sorry.
1 second. Let's sound for those parties before I forget their name. The last name was what? Bynum and Hayes?
Mhm.
Are either of those parties present? Okay. Ms. Evans Battle, will you clarify the amount? I believe that's what Ms. Merrill wanted to know.
Correct.
It's like 15, I don't know what I said, but it's 5,000 for each count is what I have, which would be a 15,000 surety bond at this time. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Merrill.
Yes. So before us is Mr. Kenneth Johnson, Your Honor. He is 45 years old, Your Honor. He's been living in Georgia for 12 years. He does have a valid address out of Jonesboro, Your Honor. He does not have any children, does not present with any disabilities, mental health, or even substance abuse. He does work as a maintenance man, putting up doors, ceiling fans, and landscaping. So he does. And he also has a his professional certifications is in carpentry, which goes along with his maintenance, his job as a handyman and a master laborer, Your Honor. As it pertains to this case, Your Honor, I know you're concerned about the criminal history of my client, especially he also has um, a 2023 FTA, which is just one, Your Honor. But it is our client's position that Mr. Jamarian Bynum. Well, let me first begin by Mr. Kenneth Johnson vehemently denies that these circumstances has anything to do with homophobia. He is not anything has to do with two same gender loving men engaging in any kind of acts that created this whole circumstances, Your Honor. In fact, Mr. Johnson purports that Mr. Bynum actually snatched his wallet and they took off running. And when they went to the bar, it was Mr. Johnson who was saying, please help him, because inside of his wallet included not only his social security card, had his birth certificate, he had other important documents. And that is where the whole chase is, and which is gives reason to why a bar, if they hear somebody saying help and you have another person saying this incident happened, why the bar would simply say, all of you all just get out due to the chaos. I can't imagine if you just only have one party saying this man is chasing me and all the things is happening, and that the bar would not be a safe haven for them. I do believe that Mr. Johnson, he indicated that he has called the police. I know we're not down the line where we're looking at the discovery, but I do believe that that would also come out, Your Honor. And so I would ask that, despite my client's criminal history, and just based off of my client's position in comparison to the state's position, I would ask that a bond is set no higher than a $1,000 surety bond. I understand that the battery can't go through a signature bond, so I would ask for a 1,000 to give him a fighting chance for his supportive system to be able to pay the bond.
Okay, just briefly,
Very briefly, I think I understand what's happened, Ms. Evans Battle, but go ahead.
yes, Your Honor, because Mr. Johnson indicated to police at the time that the victims had firearm and were trying to rob him, and the police were, searched the parties, and that was not the situation at all. And in fact, Mr. Johnson's history includes a series of robberies and assaults out of Florida, and he is considered a criminal, a career criminal that has to register in the state of Florida if he's there. So, and his history of theft. So, in light of that, it may have been a situation where it was the other way around, but in either instance, that really, I would hope, give the court pause in the bond, especially since I know he says he has an address in Jonesboro, but he also has a lengthy history in Florida with those 22 cycles. Thank you.
And
All
Your
right,
Honor, if I
defendant,
just may respond very briefly to that, Your Honor.
go ahead.
Your Honor, despite that my client may have a history, Miss Battle knows that you can't use an improper character evidence against my client if this case goes down further the line. She's trying to use it as a propensity of that he's done it before. This is what he will do. That was that what that argument. She knows that that particular argument wouldn't fly down the road, Your Honor. Even be as it may, even if he did have a history, and his defense is that someone has stole something from him, he has a right to try to be able to retrieve those items. Now, as far as the police searching, we've all seen police reports where they say, "Oh, I didn't see this," but then when we look at the discovery, we find otherwise contrary evidence. Of course, we're not here to hash out all of the evidentiary issues, etc. And so I would just ask that the bond is set to give Mr. Kenneth Johnson ability to actually get out of jail, Your Honor. Nothing further.
All right, Ms. Evans Powell and Mr. Merrill are gonna write a joint law review article about the merits of this. Defendant is gonna receive a $3,000 surety bond, 1,000 on each count. He's to have no contact with either of the alleged victims. If Marta has any restrictions, which does not seem likely, but if they do, he needs to comply with those. Have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons, and his case will be reset to state all purpose on April the 2nd. Best of luck to you, sir. That concludes your case for today. Who do we have next?
Number 20, Ms. Jones.
I'm sorry, I'm very hungry. I haven't eaten today.
No, I understand.
Mr. Jones, your case is 26 CR 001845F. You're charged with simple assault family violence and simple battery family violence. You understand your rights?
Yes. Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you, Ms. Hardy.
Last arrest was November 25th, 2024, out of Cobb for simple battery and criminal trespass. There are two arrest cycles, arrests out of Georgia and Virginia. There's a felony conviction out of Virginia in 2023 for possession of Schedule 1 or 2 controlled substance with intent. Nothing further to report.
Thank you. Ms. Evans Battle.
Yes, Your Honor, this incident happened March the 19th at 777 Memorial Drive Southeast. It appears that they were in an Airbnb in which they had rented. They are out of Oregon, is my understanding from the warrant anyway. He became upset. He started pushing her around. He told her he was going to beat her ass. And this she is the victim in the Cobb County case in which the pretrial services mentioned. She's the same, it was the same type of circumstances as this one. We are asking in this particular case, with that case that's out of Cobb County, for a $3,500 surety bond as to that case. So it would be a $2,000 on the simple battery and $1,500 on the simple assault. There's no connection with Georgia. We ask that they have no further contact with Jessie Parker, who is the victim in this case. She's removed her property from the Airbnb, so that would not be an issue. And I know she also was in contact with our office as well. And she just wanted no further contact. He knows where she lives. Otherwise, and she doesn't want him to come to her location either. Thank you.
All right, is that you, Ms. Parker? I am gonna need you to remove your bonnet. I am gonna need you to remove your bonnet if you're gonna testify today. You are in court. Please remove your bonnet.
Well, I think she froze.
Okay.
Ms. Parker?
I'm sorry, I was in the middle of doing my. Can y'all see me?
No.
No, you're
Hello?
frozen. You're
Hello?
frozen.
Ms. Parker, we can
Hello?
hear you. We can't see you.
Can y'all see me now?
It's frozen.
Okay. Let me.
Mhm.
All right, please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give today be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
All right, what would you like to tell me?
I want to say that he stays here in Atlanta, and I'm from Oregon. Um, I did go to his Airbnb, and he took my iPad and was going through my iPad and seeing that I was talking to other men. So he wouldn't give me my iPad back, so I threw his phone. His phone is broken, and then that's when he broke my phone and pushed me and threw me out the Airbnb.
So I'm assuming you don't wish
I'm
to have
not,
contact. Do you
Your
wish
Honor,
to
I'm
have
not looking
contact?
for no,
Go ahead. Do you
no,
wish to have
no, I don't,
contact with him? And do you fear?
no,
And do you
I don't
fear for
want
your
no
safety?
contact. I'm not fearing for my safety. I'm leaving
And
here.
okay, I
I'm leaving
appreciate you coming to
Georgia.
court to make that statement.
Okay,
All right, I
you're
appreciate you
welcome.
coming to court to make the statement. Thank you, Mr. Merrill.
Yes, Your Honor. Before us is Cody Jones. He is 25 years old, Your Honor. He has a lifelong residence here in Georgia. He also has a valid address out of Atlanta, Georgia. As my indication, when I spoke with Miss Jessie Parker prior to our hearing, she will be leaving the state of Georgia, going back to her residence. I'm not sure if it's in Oregon, but I know it's not in the state of Georgia. Be as it may, Your Honor, he does have some college. He does have where he studied nursing, CNA, Your Honor. He doesn't present with any mental health or substance abuse, Your Honor. He does have a job, Your Honor. And so if he was released, he would be able to get back to work. He does have family ties that is supportive, including his sister and his mother. I do understand that he did have in his criminal history a simple battery, Your Honor. I would ask that the bond is set no higher than $100, Your Honor. Mr. Jesse Parker, his mother indicated that they do have financial restraints, Your Honor. Um, and Mr. Jesse Park, I'm sorry, I keep saying Mr. Jesse Park. I meant to be saying Mr. Cody Jones. Mr. Cody Jones, part of his income include being going into fashion, getting into the fashion world, and so he does have contractual stylist income, Your Honor. But however, the savings is not quite right for a high bond, Your Honor. And as well as Miss Parker, when I spoke with her, she indicated that she's not opposed to his release, and she indicated she would be leaving. So I would be asking for a bond as low as $100. As you hear, there is a simple song. There may be, some mutual situations that was happening between Miss Parker and Miss Jones. Nothing further.
All right, defendant will receive a $500, $1,500 surety bond. It'll be 500 on count one, 1,000 on count two. He's to have absolutely no contact whatsoever with Miss Parker, whether through social media, phone, text, no contact at all. I am not going to do the stay away based upon the information that she will be removing herself. And he's to have no alcohol, no drugs, no weapons. This case will be reset to state all purpose on April the 2nd. Is there anything additional?
Nothing further from the defense.
No, Your Honor.
All right. Best of luck to all parties concerned. I am going to relinquish my seat to Judge Law. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful afternoon. Judge Law will take over from here. Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
Thank you,
Thank
Judge
you, Judge
Rogers.
Law. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. Good to see you.
Thank you. All right, good afternoon, folks. My name is Judge Law, and I'm continue with the C calendar. Courtroom 2 or ACDC, whoever is next.
Yeah, 22, Mr. Larimore.
Larimore is also a conflict case, Your Honor, but we don't have a conflict attorney, Your Honor.
All right. Is there a conflict counsel on Zoom by any chance?
Is not available.
We do not have any conflict attorney, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm sorry, Ms. Kim, you said he needs a conflict counsel. Is that what you said?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
He is a conflict with the Office of the Public Defender's Office.
Okay. This is case 26 CR 1846B, State versus Deshaun Larimore, accused of battery, family violence, and simple battery, family violence. Mr. Larimore, you have a right to remain silent. Anything you choose to say can and will be used against you. You have a right to an attorney, and if you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to represent you. Presently, I'm going to appoint, I'm going to give you a couple. Yeah.
Excuse me, Judge. Ms. McLeod is already appointed to him on his previous cases that he have. So this will be Ms. McLeod's case.
Ms. McLeod? Okay. Then I will appoint Ms. Maureen McLeod to represent you. Mr. Larimore, the only thing I want to ask you today is, do you want me to address your case today without your attorney being present, or would you like me to address it tomorrow when she will be present?
You can do it today.
All right. Ms. Hardy, any priors?
Yes, Your Honor. The last arrest was July 24th, 2025, out of Fayette County for a misdemeanor CWAC charge. There are 2 cycles in Georgia. There's an open battery family violence under 25 CR 002074B. Pretrial is supervising them on that, so we'll be surrendering that bond today. There also appears to be a holdout of Decatur on an assault case, and the date of that is March the 12th, 2026. Nothing further.
Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge. We're asking for a $6,000 cash bond in this case, 4,000 cash on the battery family violence and 2,000 cash on the simple battery family violence, with conditions no further contact with Tamara Coverson and to stay away from her residence. You did hear that open battery family violence case, it's against the same victim. It's battery family violence and battery against a female who is pregnant. He got a $6,000 SOB in that bond from Judge Morrow, and we have filed a motion to revoke bond, which we can address at SAP. As well as, while out on that bond, not only did he reoffend in this case, but reoffended in Decatur for an assault case. And the facts of this case allege that the victim woke her up while she was sleeping inside his residence. He stated she was trespassing, so he pushed her out the door so hard, causing her to hit the door. She had lacerations on her lips, caused by hitting the door frame. So not only does he have a history of battery family violence against this victim, he's got a history everywhere. So we believe the risk of reoffense is very high. We're asking for that $6,000 cash only bond with no further contact. And we don't have the address of her residence, but we would ask for him to stay away from her residence. If he has no contact, has to stay 2,000 yards away from her, that should be fine.
What was the incident location of this January 9th event?
Correct. 2472 Spring Garden Drive in Atlanta.
And is that where he lives?
That's my understanding. We did speak with her. She says they do not live together currently. They did live together during the 2025 CR case, but they're currently not living together.
Right. I see a Tamara on Zoom. If you please unmute and start your video if you are Tamara Corverson. Is it Tamara Lee? Okay. Since Mr. Larimore, I'm going to actually set a bond right now on the battery family violence. It's going to be 6,000. On the simple battery, it's going to be 4,000. This is going to be a $10,000 surety bond to have no further contact with Tamara Corverson. And unfortunately, your signature bond from your prior case is going to be surrendered. I'm going to reset this to tomorrow. I believe I'm going to be covering the calendar, and we're going to reset it to C calendar for Ms. McLeod to appear to put in her 2 cents worth. Thank you.
All right, let's go number 37, Mr. Young.
What position number?
37.
37.
Hold on, we got one.
Robert Young is accused of battery, family violence, and disorderly conduct from March 19th of this year, case 26 CR 1851B. Mr. Young, you've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is with him. Any priors?
The last arrest was January 19th, 2026, out of Fulton for a probation violation. There's 15 arrest cycles, a felony conviction in 2015 for burglary, theft by taking and possession of a firearm. There appears to be 2 open probation cases, 24 CR 008127G for obstruction and 24 CR 003929G criminal trespass and battery. Nothing further.
What? Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge. We're asking for a 2,500 good bond on the battery family violence and a 500 good bond on the disorderly conduct for a total of 3,000 with conditions no further contact with Dexteria Smith and to stay away from the airport package store at 4080 MLK Jr. Drive. A store employee actually called 911, said he saw a male punch a female in the store multiple times. The officers found them and she had a swollen and red eye. She had blood on her. She confirmed it was the defendant that caused them to her, and the store employee also positively ID'd her. So the fact that this is happening out in the public, causing the public concern, we are very concerned. So we're asking for that $3,000 total good bond with no further contact and to stay away from the incident location.
I'm sorry, what was the name of the victim again?
Dexteria Smith. Dexteria.
Dexteria Smith, if you're on Zoom and you want to chime in, this is the time to unmute, start your video. All right, Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Young is 34 years young, and he was born and raised in actually Georgia, even though his birthplace was Michigan. He has been here in Georgia almost all his life. And Your Honor, we do have his good address, and he believes that there was no relationship with her. So it's not family violence because it was not any there was no relationship with her and they are not related. They were just kind of roommate and for a few days. He does not know her that well. Your Honor, my client has two jobs that he wants to start tomorrow. One of them is hotel washing dishes, and the other one is cleaning for the Home Depot, and he does not want to lose the job. And Your Honor, his education is ninth grade. He is still pursuing his GED. We asked for a signature on bond. Because of the history, if Your Honor is not inclined to give him a signature on bond, we ask for the lowest possible bond, total of $1,000 security bond.
Right, unfortunately, his open probation cases preclude him from a signature bond. On the battery charge, that's going to be $1,500. On the disorderly conduct, it's going to be $500. This is a $2,000 surety bond. Reset date is going to be April 2nd. No further contact with Dexteria Smith, and to stay away from the incident location. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, y'all, three, come on, come on. All right. Next, number 24, let's go.
All right, I apologize, Ms. Kim. I think somebody's talking in the background or maybe on the phone with somebody else, but I'm just having a little audio issues. But hopefully it will have been resolved by now. DeAndre Montrez Lewis, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. You're accused of criminal trespass and misdemeanor possession of marijuana from March 19th of this year, case 26 CR 18488. You've been advised of your rights. Your attorney is Ms. Kim. Any priors?
The last arrest was January the 1st, 2026 out of Dunwoody for a probation violation. There's 10 arrest cycles, arrests out of Georgia and Alabama. Misdemeanor conviction in 2026 out of DeKalb for simple assault. There appears to be an open probation case under 25 CR 005710A for criminal trespass. FTA from 2025. Nothing further.
Thank you. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge, we're asking for a $1,500 split bond, a $1,000 good bond on the criminal trespass, and a $500 signature bond through the jail for the possession of marijuana. You did hear he is on probation for that 25 CR case. That case had a condition of probation to comply with his MARTA suspension. He has a permanent ban since September 20th, 2025. So he knows he wasn't supposed to be there. He's back. We are going to motion to revoke his probation, and we're asking for that split bond in this case, $1,000 on the criminal trespass and a signature bond through the jail on the possession of marijuana. A search incident to arrest found a little rolled blunt in his pocket.
Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Lewis is 23 years young. He was born in Alabama, but he has been here in Georgia ever since September 2025. Your Honor, he says he graduated from high school 2021, and he is currently taking care of his brother, who is 21 years old, with a brain tumor, and he is currently hospitalized at Emory Hospital, and he's the only one family member that he has. My client has been residentially challenged, and that's why, and then he does not have any other transportation. So he really wanted to go to his brother. That was the emergency case, and we request that he gets signature on bond for the criminal trespass. He has no funds to make any bond payment at this point. Every single penny that he makes, he's trying to help out his little brother, Your Honor. So that's what we asked for. We do have a really good address, mailing address. He's got the free mailing address from 201 Washington Street. And also he has a good phone number and email address, and he promises to come back, and we ask for a signature on bond.
All right. On the criminal trespass, that's going to be a $50 cash bond. On the misdemeanor possession of marijuana, that's going to be a UJR. This is a $50 plus UJR to stay away from all MARTA property as he's required and no illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. And unfortunately, he's got a permanent ban, so he's gonna have to find an alternative method of transportation. Next court date is April 2nd.
Your Honor, can it be $15 cash bond?
50. He's got an FTA, he's got an open probation case, and he's got an open case from DeKalb, all from this year. He doesn't qualify. Thank you.
All right, let's have number 30, Mr. Porter.
Caleb Porter is case 26 CR 1840C, accused of criminal trespass from March 19th of this year. Mr. Porter, you've been advised of your rights. Ms. Hardy?
No history to report at this time.
All right, thank you. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge, considering no history and there's no violence alleged, we do consent to a $500 signature bond. We would request a social worker visit for potential MH issues. But other than that, we would consent to a 500 signature bond through pretrial.
And Ms. Kim, does your client have a verifiable mailing address?
Yes, he does.
All right, I'll agree. And where's the stay away? Sorry.
Oh, stay away from all Georgia Tech property.
Okay. Mr. Porter, I'm going to grant you a $500 signature bond through pretrial services level 1. First of all, you must maintain a current and verifiable mailing address with the court and with pretrial. You report to pretrial once a month. And if you return to the Georgia Tech property, you will be arrested again, and that will jeopardize your signature bond that you received today. If you're arrested again, your bond will be converted to either a cash bond or a surety bond. Just make sure you stay away from all Georgia Tech properties. Next court date will be sent to your address. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, 36, Mr. Varner.
Frederick Wagner is charged with giving false information to an officer from March 19th of this year. Case 26 CR 1850G. You've been advised of your rights, Ms. Hardy.
The last arrest was November 17th, 2024, out of Metro PD, Illinois, for domestic battery. They have 11 cycles, arrests out of Georgia and Illinois. There's a 2020 criminal trespass misdemeanor conviction out of Cobb County, FTA from 2023 and 2 from 2022. Nothing further.
Okay. Also happened 2 in 2023. Okay, thank you. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge. Considering the FTAs, we are asking for a $500 good bond in this case, and to stay away from the BP at 216 Broad Street, Fairburn. He was seen by an officer standing out there for a really long time. They asked the manager. He said he did not work there, asked for him to leave, asked for his ID, and he gave a false name and birthday. So there's no violence in the facts, but considering the history of FTAs, we are asking for, what did I say, a $500 good bond.
Okay. Ms. Kim?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wagner is 36 years old, and he has been residentially challenged lately. I think that was the very reason that he didn't get the notice of hearing, and that caused FTA. Your Honor, he does now have a free mailing service. He learned a lesson from it. At 201 Washington Street, he has a stable mailing address. He graduated from high school 2009, and also he went to Sanaville Tech College. Yeah, Tech College for about 2 years. He does welding, and he has been cutting grasses to make a living. He has 4 minor children that he has to support. We asked for signature on bond. There was no violence, and he is going through a very hard time.
All right. Bond is set at $35. It's going to be a cash bond only. He's to stay away from the BP gas station at 216 Broad Street in Fairburn, Georgia. Next court date is April 12th. April 2nd, excuse me.
Okay, thank you very much, Your Honor.
Question, what happened to, Mr. Jones Adamson?
Um, don't know. What position would that be?
He was, he was not accused.
All right.
He's going to be on the pull sheet tomorrow.
Okay, he's going to be addressed tomorrow, Deputy.
Will you take the, ACDC?
All right, thank you. Deputy Milton, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Have the individuals at ACDC been advised of their rights?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Judge Lal. This is going to be your first appearance for these new cases in which, after you've been booked at the jail, your charges have been formally accused by the State Court of Fulton County. When I address each of your cases, please remember that you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say in open court, your statements can and will be used against you in the treatment of your case. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to represent you. Who should we begin with, Deputy Milton?
Position 25, Ms. Lovett.
Alicia Patrice Lovett is accused of criminal trespass from March 19th of this year. Her case number is 26 CR 1837L. You've been advised of your rights and your priors, Ms. Hardy.
The last arrest was June the 11th, 2025, out of Fulton County for obstruction and possession and use of drug-related objects. That case was DWAP. They have 37 cycles out of Georgia, 36 cycles out of Tennessee, felony conviction in 2019 for possession of cocaine, 2016 forgery, 2013 aggravated assault. There's a 2011 misdemeanor obstruction. There appears to be a hold out of Nashville, Tennessee. Nothing further to report.
Thank you. Mr. Merrill?
Oh,
Ms. Tucker?
Okay. Yes, Judge. We're asking for $1,000 good bond in this case with no further contact with Philip Jones and to stay away from 407 Auburn Ave in Atlanta. That's the Ebenezer Baptist Church. This incident took place just yesterday. This defendant has been panhandling there multiple times, so she's been criminally trespassed from the property and returned and did the same thing. We did speak with Mr. Philip Jones, who called. He's the facility manager there. He says she also defecates on the property, that this is the third time she's been arrested, and every time she's released, she comes right back. So we are asking for $1,000 surety bond. Hopefully that will get it through to her to not return. We're also going to ask for a social worker visit for her. I mean, she obviously has housing issues. So we would ask for a social worker visit.
Ms. Kim?
No, it's gonna be
sorry,
my
Mr. Merrill. Sorry, beg your pardon. Okay, go
Yes.
ahead.
Can you hear me? Oh, okay, sorry.
Yes, loud and clear.
All right. Sorry, my Zoom looked like it was froze. Okay. Miss Lovett is 48 years old, Your Honor. She is a lifelong resident of Georgia. I did speak with Mr. Philip Jones. He indicated something similar to what, sorry, he indicated similarities to what Miss Tucker has indicated. He said that he's not opposed to Miss Lovett being released. He's not afraid of her or anything of that nature. He does work at the King Center, Ebenezer, etc. Your Honor, I do believe it's just a situation of a homeless person. Your Honor, she is unemployed. She does have some school. Mr. Jones just said he just doesn't want her to come back to the property, but he's like he doesn't if he can help it, he doesn't want her to be in custody. He just doesn't want her on the property. I know you're concerned with her lengthy history, Your Honor. I know because of her history, she may not qualify for the signature bond. I know pretrial also indicated that there was a hold out of Tennessee in her jailing screen. There's no hold being from her being processed in that hasn't popped up, but I do understand that as she's being processed out, then that possibly could pop up. I am asking for a bond to be set no higher than $100. She would need to go through the bail project to even get a bond. She has no, there would be no individual to be able to pay the bond, so we will have to use the referral to the bail project.
All right. Is there a Philip Jones on Zoom?
I wasn't expecting him. He indicated that he wouldn't be able to join us today.
All right. Bond is going to be set at 25 cash. To stay away from the Ebenezer Church at 407 Auburn Avenue. Ebenezer Baptist Church, she's not allowed at that property. If she wants to patronize another church, she's more than welcome to do so. Unfortunately, this particular church doesn't want you there. If you return to the property, you will be arrested again, and your bond may be revoked, and the next bond may be higher. So please keep that in mind. Your next court date is April 2nd. And no violent contact with Mr. Philip Jones.
Next is position 28, Miss Tenagill.
Wait, I couldn't hear. Oh, position 28. Got it.
28.
I'm sorry, did somebody have, someone couldn't get to what?
No, at first I couldn't hear the name, but I heard position. I know she's talking about Miss Caroline. I'm ready.
Miss Caroline Alejandra Pena-Gill, I don't mean any disrespect, but do you speak English?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Case is 26 CR 1816Y. She has 3 misdemeanor charges stemming from a March 18th, 2026 incident. The charges are 2 counts of battery family violence and 1 count of simple battery family violence. Ms. Pena-Gill, you've been advised of your rights, and your attorney is Mr. Merrill. Any crimes, Ms. Hart?
The last arrest was April 25th, 2023, out of Decatur for possession of marijuana. That is their only arrest cycle. Nothing further to report.
All right. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge, we'd be asking for a $1,500 good bond on each of the battery family violence charges and $500 on the simple battery family violence. I believe that totals $3,500 with conditions no further contact with Justin Fambro and to stay away from 5 Burbank Drive in Atlanta. The facts alleged that the defendant and her ex-boyfriend, Mr. Fambro, had just broken up, but still living together. She saw some things on his phone. She thought he was cheating. So she admitted to breaking televisions, breaking a switch, breaking a property, admitted there was an altercation. But when the officers got there, they observed only visible injuries consistent with defensive wounds on Miss Penna or Mr. Fambro, and Miss Penagill did not have any injuries. We did speak with this victim. He did confirm the events in the warrant. He says there's been previous verbal and physical altercations, but not to this extent before. Some of those incidents were not reported to police. He's in the process of filing for a TPO against her. He said he's lost his job. He wants no further contact and a stay away. Due to him losing his job, he needs her to finish paying this half of the month's rent, but after that, he wants her to absolutely stay away.
Justin Fambro, you're on Zoom. Would you please chime in by switching your video on and unmuting?
Yes, I'm right here.
All right, Mr. Fambro, please raise your right hand.
I don't really want to testify anything like that.
All right.
Yeah.
I just want to know whether you agree with what the prosecutor has just said.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, put your drink down. All right, that's all I needed to know. You can switch your video off and unmute your screen if you don't want to chime in. Thank you. Mr. Merrill?
Yes, Your Honor. So before us is Miss Carolina. I'm sorry, not Carolina. Sorry about that. Miss Caroline. And she is 25 years old, Your Honor. She's a lifelong resident. She actually has a valid address out of Lawrenceville, Georgia, which is where she will live with her mother, Your Honor. She doesn't have any children. She's actually in school. She's studying psychology. She's in her junior year, Your Honor. She doesn't have any disabilities, no mental health, no needs for drugs or alcohol, Your Honor. She is currently, I mean, while in school, she is a research assistant, Your Honor. Um Your Honor, I do believe I did see her mom online earlier. Oh no, she's on here. Miss Anna Gill. She has a kind of a burgundy hair picture on the Zoom if you see her. Your Honor, my client is purporting that this was operating in self-defense. She proffers that Mr. Fambro was choking her. She does indicate that she did went to Grady once the police have arrived, and that now she is purporting now if she is examined, you will see the bruises is on her legs, right shoulder, chin, and throat, left forearm, and even scratches on her stomach. Your Honor, of course, I'm going to have my investigator come out to preserve those injuries by having photographs done while she's in custody, etc., so that we doesn't lose that evidence, Your Honor. Be as it may, given that she only has one cycle, I understand that it's family battery. I would ask that the bond is set no higher than $300. $100 on each charge. I understand family violence cannot go through a signature bond, Your Honor. I do know that the family has limited means. Even Ms. Anna indicated that they are having financial constraints. And then as far as Ms. Caroline, she's a full-time student. As you know, they don't have much money in their bank account stored away. Be as it may, I also spoke with Mr. Justin. Mr. Justin, who was present on the Zoom, also indicated that he doesn't want her to be detained. He's okay with her being released, Your Honor. He said he just basically he said that he was just okay with the no contact, but he doesn't want her to be detained. And he also indicated that he's not afraid of her. I understand that the state said he may be pursuing a TPO, but I can only proffer what he indicated to me, which is when I spoke to him prior to this hearing, that he wants her to be released. And so to effectuate that release, I'm asking for a low bond because of this college student. One too many absence keeping her in custody could jeopardize her standing in her studies at her college. Nothing further from the defense. And then, of course, if you want to hear from her mother as far as support of nature, she is present on the Zoom to be able to speak with you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Merrill. On count one is going to be 1,500. Count two is going to be 1,000. Count three is going to be 500. This is a signature bond through pretrial services level one. And this is going to be for a 12-month monitoring. While you report to pretrial services once a month, Ms. Penegill, you will complete 6 anger awareness classes, which means that you must complete all these classes through pretrial services within the 12-month period. At all times, whether you're being monitored by pretrial or not, you are to have no further contact with Mr. Justin Fambro and stay away from the 5 Burbank Drive, Atlanta, Georgia location. You're allowed to visit the Burbank Drive location one time only with a police officer. You must have a police officer escort you if you want to go visit that location to retrieve your personal belongings. That visit cannot exceed 1 hour. After that, you have to stay away from the location and have no contact with Mr. Fambro. If Mr. Fambro initiates contact with you, you are to decline any such contact because all it will end up doing is having your bond revoked and you being back in jail. Do you understand? Report to pretrial once a month. Do not get arrested again and comply with your conditions. Thank you.
Your Honor, what was the signature bond amount was?
Yes, signature bond for pretrial level 1.
What was the total amount?
Oh,
the dollar amount.
3,000.
Thank you.
1,500 count 1, 1,000 count 2, and 500 count 3.
Miss Caroline's leaving. Miss Milton, I'm going to call over when I finish the last one. If you could just hold Miss Caroline for me.
Miss Daly, position number 2.
Fiona Simone Daly is accused of disorderly conduct, simple assault, and simple battery from September 21st of last year. Her case number is 26 CR 1812D. Ms. Bailey, you've been advised of your rights. Your priors are?
No history to report at this time.
All right. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge. Despite no history, these facts are very alarming. So we are asking for a $2,500 good bond on the simple assault, $1,500 good on the simple battery, and a $500 good bond on the disorderly conduct for a total of $4,500 $2,500, as well as to have no further contact with Croydon Collins. This defendant came to where her ex-boyfriend, Mr. Collins, was working at the Walmart at 835 MLK Drive. She entered the employee-only area and was seen on surveillance video grabbing and pushing him. She also reached into her purse and pulled out a firearm. She did keep it by her side. She did not use it offensively. As the victim exited the store, she kept following him. Officers approached her in the parking lot, did secure the weapon, and right in front of the officer, she even slapped him in the face. They had dated, they never lived together, did not have children. We did speak with him. He confirmed the events in the warrant. He has not seen her since this incident, and he does not work at that location anymore. So he's okay with no further violent contact, but it sounds like there's no contact, no need for there to be any contact. So we are still asking for no further contact and that $4,500 total good bond.
Mr. Collins, are you on Zoom? If you want to chime in? Mr. Merrill?
Yes, Your Honor. Before us is Miss Kiana Bailey, Your Honor. She's 25 years old. She's a lifelong resident of Georgia. She also has been living in Jonesboro, Georgia, so she does have a valid address within within the metro area. She also lives with her father. She does not have any children. She is a college graduate. Your Honor, she is working as a CMA. She's working, I'm sorry, as a certified medical assistant. Your Honor, was able to speak with the father who did say that he would be able to support Ms. Bailey during this time. But Your Honor, I also find something that is also interesting for the courts is that this disorderly conduct, as indicated, is from an incident date of 2025. Your Honor, I've spoken with the city of Atlanta because my client indicates that she's been going back and forth to court about this disorderly conduct at the city of Atlanta. Your Honor, I've actually called over to the city of Atlanta clerk's office. They indicated that that case number, which has the same incident date when a warrant was taken out in October for this disorderly conduct of 2025. That case number is 25 CR 01413 and it is within the City of Atlanta Municipal Court. Your Honor, I was not able to obtain a copy of the warrant because I was kind of rushing to get onto the SEA calendar, Your Honor. And so I would be asking, since she doesn't have a criminal history, Your Honor, I am asking for a signature bond, Your Honor, as it's Friday, so I probably wouldn't even be able to get it over to Miss Tucker. We emailed about the duplicate nature of this case. I probably wouldn't be able to get the copy of the warrant until next week because it's 4:45 p.m. in their clerk's office. I'll go down there Monday to get a copy of it. But I would ask that my client is being able to be released on a signature bond.
And if I may just comment on that, she was not arrested on this date, so it's very possible that she could have another disorderly conduct from this same date. So until we see that warrant, we're still taking our warrants at face value.
Okay. Now this person called Roy.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, lift your phone from wherever it's located and put it in front of your face. Second of all, remove your hoodie and your hat. And third, remove okay. Raise your right hand.
All right.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Yes, sir. What's your name?
Croydon Collins.
Royden Collins. And Mr. Collins, what would you like to tell us?
Really, she don't really need to be in there for you know. It's open conceal. She ain't really do nothing for her. She ain't do nothing to me. She ain't do nothing to me. The incident was just thrown out of, proportions. She had an incident. Her grandma passed. She was dealing with stuff. So it wasn't really just nothing. It wasn't nothing crazy. I just feel like she went through something. She reacted. That's it. That's about it. That's about it. That's about it.
So she brought a firearm into a crowded Walmart store?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't see it. Okay, got it. Thank
Nah.
you. All right, appreciate it. Thank you. Anything else to add, Ms. Tucker?
Nothing further.
Okay. On the disorderly conduct, that's going to be a $1,500 signature bond through the jail. On the simple assault allegedly with a firearm pursuant to the warrant, that's going to be $1,000 surety bond. And on the simple battery, that's going to be a 5,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 2. This is going to be a 75, is that correct? Yeah, $7,500 split bond. So with regards to the signature bond through pretrial, once she posts the $1,000 portion, she will be reporting to pretrial services twice a month. She's to have no further violent contact with Croydon Collins, and she's to stay away 200 yards away from the Walmart store at 835 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. She is not allowed to own or possess any firearms. Any firearms that are in her possession must be surrendered to the authorities within 48 hours of release, and it must be destroyed. She must show proof that her firearm has been destroyed to pretrial services. Ms. Lewis, this will be for a 12-month monitoring. So she will report to pretrial services twice a month for the next 12 months. However, the other conditions will still apply as long as this case is open and active. If there turns out to be a duplicate charge with regards to the disorderly conduct, the state can either have the charge bound over or have it non-crossed and let city court deal with it, though that would be awkward since it involves the same incident. So I don't know. But in the meantime, Ms. Bailey, if you get arrested again for anything else, if you violate any of the conditions of this bond, please be mindful that the $5,000 portion of your bond will be revoked and converted to either a cash bond or a surety bond. Next court date is going to be April 2nd, unless she bonds out, then she'll need to make sure we have a good address to send her the next court date summons. Thank you.
Your Honor, may you include in your order the sheriff 10% bond? All it does is allows that if her father goes to the jail to pay the bond, he would get the same benefit as if he went through a bonding company. It doesn't change your bond anything. It just allows him to be able to pay the 10% straight to the jail in cash. And he would get his money back. He would get his money back.
I'll just amend the simple assault to $100 cash bond.
No, we want.
Yeah, it works the same way. Yeah. All right, thank you. Next case.
That's it, Your Honor, from ACDC.
All right, you have a good one. Thank you.
So Judge,
Your Honor, we're missing.
$100 cash bond?
Hang on, Mr. Merrill, Deputy Milton, Mr. Merrill has a question. Mr. Merrill?
Yes, Miss Lewis, it was $100 cash, and then Miss Milton, we're missing one female, which is Miss Hearn. I'm not sure if she was in Rice Street or if she eventually at this time came over to ACDC.
Can we get the position number?
Yes.
She's over here.
17.
Oh, 17. In Rice Street said there in courtroom 2.
Yeah, she's over here in courtroom 2. One of the officers just went to go get her.
All right, sir.
She with us shortly. But we have position number 34, Mr. Scrine. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Deputy Milton. You're free to go. Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you. See you tomorrow. Okay.
Yes,
Giovanni?
Judge.
Yeah.
This is a Riverside issue.
Okay.
So I don't believe we need to argue bond. He does he's entitled to be let out.
All right. Position on Mr. Giovanni Scrine, case 26 CR 1852C. Count 1 is going to be a 500 signature bond through the jail. Count 2 is going to be $1,000 signature bond through the jail. This is a total of a $1,500 signature bond through the jail under the mandate of Riverside. And his next court date will be set to his current address. Thank you. Next case.
We're just waiting for her to show up.
Okay, we're waiting on Ms. Hearn. While we're waiting, can we just go down the calendar? I don't know some of the bond matters. So Ms. Lewis, if you can read that out until Ms. Hearn appears, beginning with position 1.
Okay. All right, position number 1 was $1,000 surety bond, reset for the SAP counter. Position number 2 was just now that's been adjusted now. That's gonna be $6,600 now. Because you said $1,500 SOB through the jail on number 1 and $100 cash bond on the simple assault and $5,000 SOB through pretrial level 2. So that brings a total of $6,600. That's what I got.
That is correct. 6,600 split bond.
And it's a 12-month monitoring.
Yes.
Okay, got it. Position number 3 was a $2,500 surety bond. It's going to be reset to the SEA counter due to we had needed a conflict attorney. There was no further contact and stay away. On the conditions, position number 4 was $1,000 surety. That's reset to the SAP. Position number 5 was a consent bond order, $3,500 pretrial SOB through pretrial level 1. Reset further notice. Position number 6 was a $5 cash bond only. That's reset to SAP. Position number 7 was $2,500 surety bond, reset for SAP. Position number 8 was a total of a $20 cash bond. That's $10 cash on each charge. So that's reset for SAP. Position number 9 was a total of $1,500 surety bond. That's $250 surety on criminal trespass, a $500 on the simple battery, and a $500 on terrorist threats. And number 4, $250 surety. So it's a total $1,500 surety reset for SAP. Position number 10 is a $25 cash bond only. That's going to be reset with a compliance case. That's reset for the jail competency counter on 3/26. Position number 11 is reset further notice. That's a $3,500 SOB through pretrial level 1. That was a consent bond order. Position number 12 was also a consent bond order, but we needed a conflict of attorney. But it's reset further notice. That was a $3,500 SOB through pretrial level 1.
Has someone been appointed in that case?
No, we didn't have nobody appointed at that time. Nobody was appointed.
Let's have Mr. Dennis Murphy appointed.
Okay. Dennis, okay.
Position 13.
Okay. Position number 13 was a total of a $2,000 surety. That's $1,000 on each charge. It's reset for the SAP. Position number 14 is a total of a $20 cash bond, $10 cash on each charge. That's reset for SAP. Position number 15 is a $1,500 surety bond, reset for SAP. We're still, number 16 was NALPROS. Position number 17, we are still holding.
Okay.
We needed a conflict attorney on that one too.
Yes.
Alright.
And I do have a look when we get, well, I'll wait till she get here. I have a look.
Position number 18 is a $1,000 surety, reset for SAP. Position number 19 is a total of a $3,000 surety, reset for SAP. That's $1,000 on each charge. Position number 20 is a total of a $1,500 surety bond, $500 on the simple assault, and $1,000 on the simple battery. That's reset for SAP. We're still holding on 21. I think they waived his appearance.
Okay.
Position number 22. That's a conflict attorney. That will be Mr. McLeod. On his previous case, you just gave that a $10,000 surety. Reset for the SCA tomorrow for 3/21. Same announcement for 23 is a $2,000 surety. Reset for SCA tomorrow 3/21 due to need a conflict attorney.
Is it Ms. McLeod too?
No, Ms. McLeod is originally signed to number 22 because he has she represents on his previous open case that he has.
Okay, and 23.
23 doesn't have, it needs a conflict attorney assigned.
Let's appoint Ms. McLeod. Hopefully she'll be there tomorrow to address both cases.
Okay.
The 24 was a $50 cash bond plus UJR for count 1.
That's
reset April 2nd.
And then 25 was a $25 cash bond, reset for SAP. Position number 26 is a total of a $3,500 surety bond, $1,000 surety on the charge one and 2,500 on the criminal trespass and damage to property.
Wait, Ms. Lewis, go back to position number 24.
Okay. 24 was a total of a $50 cash bond. It's a split bond, $50 cash on one and UJR on number two.
Gotcha. And then you said, oh, that's
26,
mine.
yeah, we want to go to 26 or you need 25?
25 is $25 cash, and then I'm ready
Yeah.
for 26.
Yeah, and then 26 is a $3,500 surety, 1,000 on the willful obstruction, and 2,500 on the criminal trespass. Position number 27 is a $1,000 SOB through pretrial. Level one is $1,000 on each charge.
That's 4,000 signature bond through pretrial?
That's correct. Level one. Level one.
Thank you.
Position number 28 is a total of a $3,000 SOB through pretrial level one, 12 months monitoring on pretrial services. That's 1,500 on one, 1,000 on two, and 500 on three. Position number 29 is reset for the SAP. It's a total of a $2,000 surety. That's $500 on each charge. Position number 30 is reset further notice. It's a $500 SOB through pretrial level one. That was a consent bond order. Or consent, would I receive? Yeah, consent bond. Ms. Heather, would I get a consent bond for that one?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a consent. I issued a bond for 500 signature bond through pretrial level one.
I thought Ms. Tucker said it was a consent
Ms. Tucker,
bond.
was it consent or maybe?
Position
You're
number
muted, Heather.
We did an order?
No, I'm asking you. I said was.
I did not do an order.
Okay,
No.
but you said you consent to the five. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I will not be expecting an order from you. Just I do one, but it was a consent.
Yeah.
All right. Position number 31. I'm still holding. Position 32 was reset to the SAP counter. It's a split bond, 500 through the jail. I'm sorry, $5 on position one, SOB through the jail. $5 cash bond on position number two. Charge number two, criminal trespass. Number three is a $5 SOB through the jail. Number four is a $5 cash, and number five is a $5 cash. It's a total of a $25 split bond. That's $15 cash and $10 SOB through the jail. Reset SAP. Get it right?
33?
Yeah. 33 is a total of a $2,000 surety is or through the 10% program is 1,500 on charge one and 500 on charge number two.
Oh, you have
do
2,000? I have a 1.5 surety. It's okay.
Position number 33,
For Irving Sands, but maybe I heard it wrong.
1,500 on charge one and 500 on criminal trespass, a total of $2,000 surety, and you ask also to have the 10% program in.
Got it.
Okay, that was Miss Kim's case. Position number 34 is reset further notice. That was a Riverside. We just addressed that. That's a $1,500 SOB through the jail. Position number 35, I'm still holding. Position 36 is a $35 cash bond only, reset for the SAP. And 37 was a $2,000 surety. That's 1,500 on charge one and 500 on charge two, reset for SAP.
And I'm just missing one, and that would be, oh Lord, I should have stopped you when we were going. Give me 1 second. I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I think it's 29, Contavious Peterson. Yes.
Okay. Contavious Peterson, I had a total of a $2,000 surety. That was $500 good bond on all charges.
Got it.
Okay. Courtroom 2, did we have a Miracle Hearn?
Oh, yeah, I saw her, but
Ms. Kim, unmute, please.
Yes, Your Honor. Actually, we do have her here. She's a conflict attorney case. So I'm trying to get at least her father to basically be a co-signer if needed. She's only 17 years old, Your Honor.
And I have yeah, she is a conflict, and on the Zoom, she's 17 years old, Your Honor. She is still in high school, Your Honor. I'm just giving you some kind of preface information.
So
And
why are we not addressing this case as a formal first appearance?
Oh,
Where
yes,
is she? Okay, thank you. And is there anyone on Zoom who's here on behalf of a Miracle Hearn?
Yes, her family is here. Her aunt Sharon Robinson is here. Her aunt
Need
Sade.
to start your video, please, and mute your screen. Thank you.
I'm her cousin, Giovanna
Start
Robinson.
video.
Hi, I'm here. Hello.
Mute screen, mute screen, mute screen.
Hi,
Okay.
can you hear me now?
Mute your screen. Thank you. Ms. Hearn, my name is Judge Lal. I don't know if you were in the courtroom to be advised of your rights. This is a first appearance criminal calendar for individuals charged with a misdemeanor offense or offenses. Please remember that you have a right to remain silent. Anything you say in open court, your statements can and will be used against you in the treatment of your case. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to represent you. So I understand, Mr. Merrill, she doesn't qualify for the public defender's office. She would need to be, she'll need a conflict counsel to represent her.
yes, that is correct. But I do know that she is 17. She does have family. The aunt is present on the Zoom. They
Okay.
do live in Snellville. She is in high.
I just need to know whether conflict needs to get involved. That's all.
Yes, conflict does get involved.
Thank you. Okay. Miss Miracle Hearn, your accusation number, your case is 26 CR 001-811D as in Denmark. You've been charged with a simple battery family violence and 2 counts of simple battery family violence stemming from a March 18th, 2026 incident. I've advised you of your rights. Miss Hardy, any priors?
No, Your Honor, this is the first arrest.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Tucker, what's the state's recommendation?
Yes, Judge, we're recommending 500 good on each for a total of 1,000 with no further contact with the victim, Miss Robinson. Tamira Robinson. That is her mother. And despite the history and the age, the facts do allege choking. Her mom didn't wash her clothes for her, so she didn't go to school because she had no clean clothes. The mom threw a drink on her because she didn't go to school. So she lunged at her, physically hit her, and started choking her. The mother also fought back, so this is a dual arrest. But just based on the allegations of choking, I cannot recommend a signature bond. So we are asking for just a $1,000 good bond, 500 on each, with no further contact with Tamira Robinson.
And Miss Robinson, is she on this calendar or a separate calendar?
She posted bond, Judge. She had a FTA out on her and she posted bond.
Okay, thank you. Now the person who has Shadasia Cummings, if you want to unmute, all right. Raise
Yes.
your right hand. You solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge.
Yes.
And what's your name?
My name is Shadeja Cummings.
And how are you related, or how do you know Miss Hearn?
I'm America's biological aunt.
I'm sorry?
I'm America's biological aunt.
Biological aunt. So you are her mother's sister?
Yes. And then her other aunt, Sharon Robinson, who is also the excuse me, not the mother's sister, the mother's sister. Sharon Robinson is also on as well.
Miss Cummings, oh, well, you're her aunt. Okay. And what would you like to tell me?
I just would like to speak on behalf of a miracle. She just turned 17 in January. She is still very much a child. She is still currently enrolled in high school. Her grades are good. At the time of the event, her mother was intoxicated. She previously had a school social worker that was also working with her and the family. And truly, it was really just an unfortunate timeline of events. But like I said, her mother was intoxicated during the event.
And may
And
I ask if you're over 21 years old?
I am 28.
Okay, and do you live with Miss Robinson?
I do not.
And would you be able to house Miss Hearn?
Her aunt Sharon Robinson is present on this call. She is who can house a miracle.
Okay, thank you, Miss Cummings. All
No
right.
worries.
All right, the lady who's an iPhone with the red hair, could you please unmute? Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you provide will be the truth to the best of your knowledge? And what's your
Yes,
name?
ma'am. My name is Giovanna Robinson. I'm a Miracle Turns big cousin.
Giovanna Robinson, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you the individual who will?
No, I'm her cousin. I'm just here for support and I just wanted to be here to see what's going on. I'm here for support. I know Miracle it's been a rough history with her mom. I just,
So
wanted to be here.
where will America live while this
She
case?
will live with Sharon Cummings. She's also on this call. She will be
Sharon-
able to house her.
Sharon Cummings.
They need to talk to you because
Hello?
All right,
Hello? Hello?
okay. Miss Javon Robinson, please mute your screen.
Sharon Robinson.
Have we struck lucky and am I speaking to her aunt Robinson?
This is Sharon Robinson.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you. Miss Robinson?
Hi.
Yes, would you be able to house Miss Miracle Hearn?
I would be able to house her.
Okay.
I would be able to house her. She comes over. There's a history of abuse here.
I'm not going to get into the details of the case because both of them were arrested.
Right.
Okay. And I don't want to get into information that could be beneficial to the prosecution for either one of them. I only want to know. I only want to know is where will she be living?
I can house her, but is there any way that she can get released on her own recognizance?
No. All right. So now I just want to know whether she'll be living with you.
Yes, she can stay here with me.
Okay, thank you.
This is awful.
Mr. Merrill, if you don't mind, on the simple battery, that's going to be 1,500 on each count. This is going to be a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial services, level 2.
excuse me. I'm sorry, Judge.
No more interruptions. All right. Miss Sharon Robinson, if you want to unmute.
No. Your Honor, go ahead. I was going to say.
I just want to make sure she understands that she's a co-signer.
Mm-hmm.
Your Honor, actually, her father, DG Matthews, is willing to be a co-signer as well.
I need the person with whom she's living to be the co-signer. Is she going to live with the father?
Yes. His name is T-I-G-H-T. Last name is Matthews. Matthews.
Unless that gentleman with Miss Robinson is Mr. Matthews, I can't make out. All right. Miss Robinson?
Yes. Is her father on the call?
We were on the phone together. However, I guess he doesn't know how to get into the Zoom hearing. Okay. But I have a text from him saying yes, that he will be a co-signer.
Where does he live?
2129 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, apartment A4, Atlanta, Georgia 30310.
Miss Tucker, is that the incident location?
It's like next door, I guess.
Oh, that doesn't work. She cannot be within 200 yards. All right. So right now, the bond, as I said, is going to be a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial services level 2. Miss Hearn does not have to pay for the bond. No one has to pay anything today. She needs to sign the bond and she needs a co-signer, which today will be Miss Sharon Robinson. And Miss Miracle, you will be living with Miss Robinson because your father's residence is too close to the cross defendant's home. Miss Hearn, you will report to pretrial services twice a month, and this will be for a period of 6 months. During this time, you will complete 6 anger awareness classes. Do you understand?
Ma'am.
Okay. If you get arrested again, or if you violate any of the conditions of your bond, your $3,000 bond can be revoked and you will be back in jail. And it doesn't matter who co-signs for your bond. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You will live with your Aunt Robinson. You are to have no contact with Tamira Robinson. You're to stay 200 yards away from her and not communicate with her in any way, form, or manner. If any of your family members encourage you to contact your mom or have a conversation with her, please keep in mind that if law enforcement finds out, you will be back in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You're also required to stay away from 2129 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, that entire complex. Someone on your behalf can go there and obtain your personal belongings, but you cannot return to that location until further order of the court. This is a very serious misdemeanor criminal case against you. Highly recommend that you comply with conditions and perhaps there'll be a favorable outcome. Do you understand?
Ma'am.
All right. Miss Robinson, Sharon Robinson, if you want to put your email in the chat, we can send you the form to co-sign the bond.
Judge, can I get the correct spelling of her name so I can put it on the order, please?
All right, Miss Robinson, how do you spell your name?
SHARON ROBINSON.
Okay, thank you.
And
And
what's your
Miss Lewis, I'll send the address. I'll email you the address.
Well, I'm sorry, what was that?
What's your email address?
Sharon Robinson, the number 1 at Comcast.net.
All right. Did you get that, Miss Lewis and Mr. Merrill? Okay.
I
Thank
didn't
you.
get it. I think Mr. Merrill's supposed to get it, but whoever's supposed to be sending
Yes,
that.
I got it. Sharon Robinson1 at Gmail.
And I'm going to,
No,
and I'm
no.
so sorry.
At Comcast.net.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry.
No.
Sharon Robinson.
Number 1 at Comcast.net. Got it.
Yes.
Okay. Now, Mr. Merrill or Miss Tucker, do y'all know, or she bonded out, right? She was released, she bonded out herself. So I'm going to appoint Maureen McLeod. Hopefully Miss McLeod doesn't have any conflicts with respect to representing Miss Hearn.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Those of you involved in Miracle Hearn's case, you all are free to go. Thank you.
Thank you. What time can she be picked up?
She gets released within 24 hours.
All right, thank you. We'll be there to get her. Sharon Robinson will be there to get her. We love you, Miracle. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Judge, and everyone on here. Thank you, guys.
Position 21, I have Darian Kakandel. Is that a waiver case?
Yes, Judge, that's a waiver case. I received 2 waivers for that and Miss Pound. Those are 2 waivers I have. Lola Pound and Darius Conductdrill.
All right. Position 21, Darian Kakandel is accused of theft of services and possession of the use of drug-related objects from March 18th of this year. Accusation 26 CR 1813L. This is a waiver of appearance. Ms. Harvey, any priors?
There are 9 arrest cycles, arrests out of Georgia, California, and Nevada. Their last arrest was November 13th, 2025 out of Fulton for a probation violation. There's a felony conviction in 2025 for robbery. And they're on probation on that case. That number is 24 SC 000888. There appears to be a hold out of Los Angeles, California on a property damage case. The date of that warrant is December 9th, 2025. Nothing further to report.
Thank you. Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge, excuse me, we're requesting a $1,000 good bond on the theft of services and a $250 SOB through the jail on the possession of drug-related objects, as well as a stay away from the Westin Buckhead Hotel at 3391 Peachtree Road. This defendant had booked a stay from March 14th to the 16th, which he did pay for, but he extended his stay to March 18th. He went to the desk to pay his $652. His card was declined. He left and did not return to the desk. He actually came down and went to the bar and then racked up a bill at the bar, and he refused to pay that bill as well. So, for those reasons, as well as you heard that history as recently as a felony conviction in 2025, we're asking for a $1,000 good bond on that theft of services, and a $2,500 a $250 SOB through the jail on the possession of drug-related objects.
Any objection, Ms. Kim?
We would like to request for signature on bond. He has no funds to make any payment at this point because of his long incarceration. He's not employed. He is 35 years old. He has been homeless for the last 4 months. He has no one to pay for his bond. So I was wondering if he can get signature on bond.
2,000 surety on count 1, 500 surety on count 2. This is a $2,500 surety bond. Stay away from the Westin Buckhead Hotel. No illegal drugs, no alcohol, no weapons. Next court date is April 2nd. All right, moving on to the next, I think it's a waiver case. It's position 31, Lola Denise Pound, accused of simple battery from November 21st of last year, case 26 CR 1819J. Any priors, Ms. Harvey? Ms. Hardy, excuse me.
Yes, their last arrest was November 11th. I'm sorry, November the 6th, 2017, out of Fulton for criminal trespass. They have 30 arrest cycles, a 2010 aggravated assault, robbery, and burglary felony conviction, a 2012 theft by taking misdemeanor, 2011 theft by shoplifting misdemeanor. Nothing further to report.
Ms. Tucker?
Yes, Judge. We'd be okay with a signature bond through pretrial, $1,000 signature bond through pretrial with the conditions, no further contact with Erica Leonard, to stay away from the Seneco at 52 Northwest Broad Street in Fairburn, and to get a social worker visit for potential mental health issues. The facts allege she was hanging around this Seneco. The victim did not really know her, and the defendant kind of started acting up, threatened to spit on her multiple times, and eventually did spit on her. So we did speak with this victim in this case. She also believes there's MH issues, so she just wants her to keep her distance, have no further contact with her, and to stay away from the Seneco location.
Bond is set at 1,500. It's a signature bond through pretrial services, level 1. No further contact with Ms. Leonard, and to stay away from the Sunoco gas station at Broad Street. Before she gets released, please have a social worker speak with her with regards to possible MH evaluation and also to assist with housing. Next court date will be sent to hopefully a good address.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next case I have is position 35, Darius Snow. What are we doing there?
Medical reset, I believe.
Okay, medical reset to tomorrow, March 21st. All right. I think that concludes the calendar. Are we missing anyone?
Your Honor, because it's Friday, we don't have a social worker here. I just don't want my client, Miss Pound, to be here in the jail until Monday. I was wondering if we can have the social worker visit after the release.
How does that work out?
Well, we do have a very good address and phone number, Your Honor.
All right, if the social worker can be given the information, they can be released, and the social worker would need to follow up with that. So let's amend that to a social worker follow-up post-release.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, again, have we addressed everyone, Ms. Lewis?
That was for Mrs. Pound. You said you want me to
Yeah.
address? You just want to say social worker visit follow-up?
Follow-up post-release, yeah. If they're not doing it on Saturday.
During the Saturday.
All right, I still haven't got a response to if there's anybody else I've missed out, so going once, going twice.
I just need to know if Barbara is reset for tomorrow as well.
Which one?
Barbara.
Okay.
Barbara? Yeah. Yeah, she's a conflict. I have her reset for the SEA for tomorrow too.
Okay. All right then.
About 3 cases reset for the SEA.
Well, who is the attorney?
That needed a conflict attorney assigned. There's not one assigned.
He sounds familiar, but I don't recall if Miss McLeod represented him or Mr. Murphy.
That Barbara, I know
it's a young lady, but
okay.
And I think Miss McLeod, I want to say, represented her the last time.
Question.
I just had her.
Then let's stay with Miss McLeod for Miss Barbara as well.
Okay, so we have Miss McLeod on all of them besides one for Mr. Murphy. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
what was the bond amount for December 22 again?
22.
Yes, ma'am.
It is a $10,000 surety bond, 6,000 surety on count 1, 4,000 surety on count 2, and he's got a pre-trial bond from an older case that has been surrendered.
Appreciate you.
All right. Okay, everyone, if going once, going twice, going thrice, okay, we're out. Everyone enjoy your Friday. Take care. Have a good weekend.
All right, Judge, I'm gonna send you over the orders. I already sent some of the orders to Judge Williams that signed the ones that she processed. I got them out, so I'm gonna get ready to give you yours, okay?
Okay. Do you want me to come up to your office?
Oh, you're here. That'd be great.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Jay, for the bonds that were just being handled for the people that waived, can you just send them over to me? I'll put them on our master calendar. I was on the phone, so I didn't hear them. All right, perfect. Thank you.
Are you talking about the ones that were waived?
Yeah, the ones that y'all just handled after Ms. Hearn. I was talking to Officer Milton in ACDC.
Miss Ivy, what's your son's name?
It was only 2 of them. It was
okay. Well, I'm ready for them.
okay. It was Dinar, which was position number. Let me see. Let me get it. Let me get it here. Position number 21 was a total of a 25.
Hold on, Miss Lewis. Hold on.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. Okay, so Kirkendall Darion. Okay, I'm with it.
Total of a $2,500 surety, 2,000 on the theft of service, and 500 on the possession.
Okay.
And that waiver is Karen's, and then Miss Pound was Miss Pound was a 1,500 SOB through pretrial level 1.
Okay.
Notice. And then Mr. Snow is going to be reset on tomorrow SEA counter. That was position 35 due to medical reasons.
Due to medical, and then SAP. Hold on 1 second. Let me put it at the header. And the SAP date is?
It's April the 2nd for all resets for the ones that qualify for it.
Gotcha. All right. You've been a pleasure as always.
Always, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Everybody else good? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, y'all.
All right, there were 2 victims. I was just trying to see who they were talking about. Brenda Ivy was talking about her son. I see there's a Hector R. I don't know who that is.
Miss Brenda, are you present? Oh, she responded. She said Brandon Jones at Adamson.
Oh, he's going to be on the calendar tomorrow afternoon.
And
He,
then I
he'll
don't.
be here
Oh, I
tomorrow.
think Hector. I think that's Hector Rosario. He's with Caroline, the one that had Justin Frambro as the victim.
Okay.
That's her father.
Okay. All right then.
Hmm.
So Miss Ivy, that'll be tomorrow, same time.
All right.
All right. Y'all have a good day.
Bye bye. Jay, you need me or you good?
I'm good. Mr.
Okay.
Brandon Jones Adams is my client. I'll put my phone number. You can call me, okay? Bye bye.
Hey, Rashid, how are you?
Oh, did you
All
get
right, friend. It's been a while.
I know you did so well today.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
Same to you.
All right, bye bye.
Mm-hmm. And Jay, did you see she put her phone number? Oh, she's gone. All right. Okay, hold on before y'all close the Zoom. And then let me just take down this number. Brenda, maybe. Mhm. All right. Got it. And then Miss Brenda, here is the attorney's email address. And if you could email us when you get as your earliest convenience, your phone number. I mean, I wrote it down, but just make sure we have your contact information.